Hello everyone and welcome to another Age of Sigmar battle report. Today we're here with Jack and Phil and I'll be playing the Flesh Eater Courts against the Sylvaneth in the battle plan The Relocation Hall.
Warhammer Applied, the hope of wargaming.
Right, my 2,000 points of Sylvaneth is I have a unit of 10 Dryhads, 2 units of Kurnoth Hunters, 3 with greatswords, 3 with bows. I have a Tree Lord Ancient, Spirit of Dirthu, and of course Alariel. While we're here, my army faction is Winterleaf. Spirit of Dirthu is the general. So he gets the command trait, My Heart is Ice, and also the artifact, the Frozen Kernel. The spell for Alariel is Regrowth. And the Tree Lord Ancient spell is Verdurous Harmony. And more Dryads and a Branch Wraith with the Deepwood spell Tree Song. And hiding away behind this rock are 2 units of 5 Tree Revenants. And because I've not quite finished my units off, for the purposes of this game, both units have the banner and the waypipe, and we've decided which models represent that.
Okay, so starting off my 2,000 point Flesh Eater Courts units, I have a unit of 20 ghouls protecting the abhorrent Archregent on his charnel throne, and I also have a zombie dragon over here who has the Blood Feast spell. And my abhorrent Archregent has the Deranged Transformation spell. I also have another unit of 20 ghouls making battle line, and my abhorrent Ghoul King on Royal Terrorgeist, who has the mount trait Grizzly Bite. He has the Grim Garland artifact, and he also has the Monstrous Vigor spell. Finally, finishing off is a unit of 6 Crypt Flayers. And my general, which is this Crypt Infernal Courtier, making these guys my third battle line choice. He's also taken the Dark Acolyte command trait, meaning he can cast spells as if he was a abhorrent Ghoul King.
So the battle plan we're playing today is Relocation Orb. Always one of those that looks a little bit more complicated, but they've simplified it, haven't they, in 2019. Needless to say, it's a single objective game this. It just happens to jump around all over the table. This is the orb, and essentially when you're determining control of the objective, each hero with an artifact of power and each wizard within 3 inches of the objective counts as 20 models instead of 1. So wizards, artifacts of powers.
Quite interesting because we have a lot of wizards. So
the objective relocates to a new position on the battlefield, so as you can see it can jump over here or over there. At the end of each battle round, the control, and this is the important bit, the control of the objective is also lost as soon as it relocates. So there's no sort of continuing control. The objective remains in the new location until the end of the following battle round. So basically, it always jumps. That's an important point. There isn't a dice roll where it doesn't jump. 1 to 3 goes one direction. So basically, if we're tied for victory points at the end of the game, then each player adds up the points of value's enemy destroyed. So that's a fairly standard setup. Victory points. Each player scores victory points if they control the objective at the end of each of their turns. So it's not at the end of the game turn. And if the player controlling the objective had the first turn in the current battle round, they score 1. If the player controlling the objective in the second turn of the current battle round, they score 3 victory points. So you really do have to think twice about
taking maybe the double turn, or
well, you know, you're going second, so you know, in many respects going for the double turn's actually a bonus. But if you don't,
I'm saying, like, you know, if you get the double turn, whether you actually want to take it, because then, you know, there's some points where if you're like 4 points ahead of me and then I can't take the double turn because I'm never going to catch you or something like that.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I see your point now. It sort of puts you off actually taking it rather than the result at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into deployment.
Yes. Okay, so moving into my deployment now. I lost the roll off, but you chose for me to deploy first because I had a few less drops than you, so it didn't really matter. So, starting off, I've kind of got my 2 blocks of 20 ghouls, kind of, you know, acting as a screen for my big guys, you know, ready to run up and kind of die a horrible death from some trees. But hey, that's what peasants do. I've also got my unit of 6 crit flayers along with their courtier on the flank, kind of going to do some flanking screams, maybe crunchy from the sides. And then my 2 big dragons are in the middle, you know, the Terrorgeist here, the zombie dragon here. Kind of, you know, they're fast. If I transform them, they can move anywhere I really need them to. And of course, the Archregent is on his throne for that free summon in the first turn. So, yeah.
Okay, well, going into my deployment then, really, I mean, in many respects, it was a reaction against yours. I wanted Dryads on either flank, just in case the objective moves. You know, whether you give me the point up front or not, I do have my Tree Revenants back here, which I can kind of deploy, and I could always sacrifice them for a point, but it seems a bit extreme. What I've really tried to do here is afford Alarielle some protection. I'm really worried about their movement. I'm worried about you charging over the top of my units. In many respects, I wish I'd gone a bit deeper with some of the units. I double ranked them, and it was only afterwards I was thinking I could have made them deeper units. But, you know, here it is. I've left you some spaces to land in if you want to. Rather you wouldn't, but, you know, we'll see which way that goes. So, yeah, I don't think necessarily the best deployment, but let's see how it goes. This is a relaxed game.
Yeah.
It should be mentioned that this is only the second time I've played the new book. The Sylvaneth have been on the shelf some time. You know, I think when they came out, I was right in the middle of the Fireslayer build. And to be honest, I've devoted a lot of time and attention into getting this 2,500, 3,000 points worth of Fireslayers done. So I've had 3,000 points worth of Sylvaneth just sat on the shelf for all intents and purposes, and poor old Alarielle's quite dusty. And so is my knowledge of the book. So I'm going to bumble my way through this. Hopefully I won't make too many mistakes. As ever, super happy, open to comments. Just let us know where we went wrong. You know, we're far from perfect, and when you're doing a battle report, it's always sometimes difficult to focus. And as you know, we're also trying this new format out, so please, again, comments. We had a really strong response to the very first one with him. We're really pleased. We've added a few little tricks to this one. We've got dice trays now, so you can kind of see the charge rolls come out if you need to see them, and you know, if we're doing a roll off, we can show that on camera. So we've got a few little extra tricks added just to keep you guys informed on how the game's going. But needless to say, let's get on with the game, so don't like too long an intro.
Yeah.
Who's going first, Jack?
I'm going to let you go first, mainly on the fact that...
I can't do it. No, I can. I don't mind going first.
I mean, it was one of those. It was one of those. I could go first, move up, grab 1 point, but Alarielle's so fast, she's just going to crump and kill a dragon.
Yeah.
Whereas, if I let you go first, I mean, you know, you might take the bait, but then I could swarm my ghouls on there to grab it for 3 points instead of 1, and then hope for the double turn. So yeah, there's lots of overlapping.
There's way more thinking going on.
So I'm definitely going to give you the first turn.
Okay, Sylvaneth, turn 1. Right, going into my turn 1, it's hero phase. I think I'm worried about the double turn. And I need to find some way of grabbing the objective and being relatively survivable and see what happens. So I think I've got a plan. It's a bit messy because I didn't realise how limited the range was on her summon. I thought it was 24, it's 12, that's my bad. So it actually changes where I can put my woods. It was quite clearly a nice spot to drop the woods here, but actually I now need to drop them here. But, you know, it might actually help me in the long run. So this is what I'm going to do. Because of the double, I'm going to pop the Tree Lord Ancient's command ability for reroll saves of 1.
Yep.
That might protect me against the double a little bit and give me a little bit more survivability.
Yeah, and of course it bounces off Kurnoth Hunters as well.
It bounces off the Kurnoth Hunters, so it bubbles out. So, although I did cluster my Kurnoth Hunters, I'm aware of that, but I've got a plan. Then, from there, I think we probably need to do a little bit of summoning. So let's summon the woods and get that in place. Let me go grab those and we'll set those up. Right, okay, so... First things first, so many new rules. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and awaken those woods over there, basically. Yeah. So this is a casting value of 6 coming from the Tree Lord Ancient.
Yep.
It does D3 mortal wounds. Well, 4, it doesn't go off. The Dryad, I really need this. The Branch Wraith. To summon Dryads, I need casting value of 7.
Yep.
And it goes off on a 10.
Yeah.
Are you in range for any kind of deny?
I am with the Terra Goose, so I'll give it a go. Not with a 6, so it goes off.
Okay, so that's 10 Dryads coming in
a woods.
And then I think the last thing to do is...
Mystic Shield from Alarielle.
Yeah, and you know what? Mystic Shield from Alaria.
It's one of those. It's because you've got what's going off from the Tree Lord Ancient. The only people that are kind of be out of like radius are probably those Dryads over there.
Yeah.
Because the Kurnoth Hunters are handing it off.
Oh well, that's the thing, and I'm thinking those Dryads will go there. The Kurnoth Hunters will hand it off anyway.
Yeah.
So in which case, then I'll just choose my Dryad unit down here. So on a 6. No. Well, all of that debate
wasn't meant
for no
to
use
be
whatsoever. Okay, let's place those Dryads, and we'll move on to my movement.
Yeah.
For my movement, I don't think I've got a lot to do here. What I want to do is just, in case the orb goes that direction, I want to start the kind of march over here. These guys have got a 7-inch move. I don't want to overextend myself.
It's one of those. You've already got the objective, and because I'm such a hyper-aggressive army, it's like there's not much point in making my charges easy.
What I'm thinking is, at the very least, it's like, I'm not overly making your charges easy, and I'm at least, if you want to go round a unit, you've got to kind of move around it. I do need to. Is it Holy Within 12 for the Kurnoth ability? So let's just move those Kurnoth Hunters up a little bit. That's all I actually need. Just need to make sure I'm careful what I've done over there. But obviously Alariel's bubbling all of that out, and those guys are Mystic Shielded. So kind of feels I've got the coverage I need.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to move these guys over
because they
here.
don't lose anything.
They don't lose anything, and I know what my target's going to be. I think I'm going to punt a few shots into them. That's it for my movement. These guys can stay completely hidden, hopefully.
Yeah.
Shuffle them in just to kind of make sure you've got no line of sight on them, and
just into shooting.
Into shooting, yeah.
Cool.
Of course, for those of you already screaming at me, it's end of movement.
Yeah.
I've brought 3 more Kurnoth Hunters with scythes, and I've created
using
a wall of nastiness, basically. So hopefully anything you want to touch over there, you've either got to go for them and know that the Tree Lord's behind it, or just making that whole flank uncomfortable. Over here, I'm in real trouble, but I'm relying on my army's ability, making sure those are like within the woods to be able to teleport if necessary, or being able to put the Revenants over there. Yeah. So if it goes that way, I know I'm in trouble right now. And it's a 50-50 chance of going that way, but we'll see how we go.
Yes.
Okay, on to shooting. Right, so the 3 bows into the zombie dragon. Yeah, what's his save anyway?
4 up.
Okay. A lot of ignores and all that.
Oh, right, only 6 up ignore.
Oh, okay. So the leader is on 3s.
Yep.
2 shots.
And the rest on 4s.
One going through, and the rest on 4s.
Then that 6 is an additional hit from Winterleaf.
So Winterleaf's giving me that, so that's 4 hits. And then we are looking at 3s to wound.
Yep.
And then -1. Wow. Okay, so I got 3 wounds at -1 rend.
Looking at a 5 up save on the dragon then, so I made 1, so that's 2d3 damage.
Okay, 2d3. 3 damage.
3 damage. So this is just 6s to ignore from Deathless Warriors.
Yep.
So I ignored 1, so he takes 2 wounds.
Okay. Let's see if Alariel can push him down 1 more. So, Alariel or Alariel. Yep. But by the way, in one of the audiobooks they said Alariel, and I really like how it sounds. So I've started using it because I used to say Alariel. Yeah. So Alariel, she's got 1 shot. It's a 3s to hit.
Flush down 2. There she goes.
That's what she needed.
Nice one.
D6 damage at -2 rend or not.
Nah.
Right, well, okay, not an eventful turn, I'll warrant you that. I think the hit from Alariel would have been nice.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I would have rolled a 6 for the damage.
That would be nice.
But it didn't happen. She just, shot off into the distance, basically. You know what? I don't think I've ever hit with her.
Probably
ever.
not. It's it's one-shot weapons. They never do anything.
I'm just stalling for time, so I don't want to hand over to Jack. But okay, I score 1 victory point.
Yes.
I'm holding it with all 10 models at this stage, I think. So yeah, it's over to you.
Cool. Over to Flesh Eater Court's turn 1. Okay, so moving into my turn 1 hero phase, I'm going to start off with my heal on the zombie dragon. So all my Gold Kings get a D3 heal, so the zombie dragon is healing 2 wounds, so he's back up to full. That's what we like to see. And then I'm going to put my Terrorgeister's power on the spell onto my zombie dragon, giving him a 5+ to ignore damage.
Okay.
Needing a 6, I get a 5, so I'm not getting it.
Okay.
I'll move over to the courtier because he's a dark acolyte.
Yeah.
I can cast Black Hunger onto the Flayers, meaning a 5. I get it with a 10, meaning they get +1 attack.
No deny.
Yeah, just gonna leave it. Okay. The Zombie Dragon's gonna go with his inbuilt spell, which gives him a 16-inch aura of reroll wounds. So on a 6, I get it on a 10. Do you want to try and deny it?
I think on that, yes.
Yeah. No. So
6.
16-inch aura of reroll wounds. My Abhorrent Archregent will then go with Ferocious Hunger onto him, giving him D3 extra attacks. Meaning a 6. Get it on a 7. Do you want to try and stop that? Is Alariel in range of this guy?
I didn't check. Maybe not. No, I am out.
Oh. So that's going to be D3 extra attacks onto the Zombie Dragon. 1
Lovely.
extra attack on all his weapons, so not a big deal. And then finally, Monstrous Transformation onto the Zombie Dragon, meaning...
Coming from where?
From the Archregent again.
I definitely did my denies in the wrong place.
Yeah. So it means that however many wounds he has left, 14, will be added to his move characteristic.
What?
Yeah. Needing a 6. I get it on an 8, so he's now got plus 14-inch move. And then that's the end of hero phase. So I'm going to bring on 20 ghouls from my Archregent for free.
Nice fella.
Because I'm on my throne.
Because you can.
And then I'm going to spend a command point from the Zombie Dragon to bring on a Vargulf Courtier.
Oh, why not?
So,
why not? Why not?
I'll move those on and show you.
You're not intending to hear me with these
Oh,
things,
no,
right?
of course not. They're just scooching on the back there.
I was worried for a minute.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so end of hero phase, my summons. I've got 20 cheeky ghouls coming in from the side and a Vargulf plodding on over here. So it's kind of just going into my movement phase now. I mean, the big move, it's one of those, if I can try and get those 10 Dryads down, I kind of feel a bit more confident about those 20 ghouls, being able to hold the objective if it bounces over here. So I think the Zombie Dragon is going to go and try and do that,
Okay.
I think it's a bit below his pay grade, but,
Well,
what's he going to do? At the end of the day, it's food, so
and
he can kind of just...
And 3 points is a decent enough jump.
Yeah, I mean, he can move to there. As long as he's within 9 of the Kernoth Hunter, so he can do his breath into them. Yeah, so he'll move over to there. Then the Terrorgeist has got a 14-inch move, so I kind of need to grab that mid-objective with the Terrorgeist. So moving up 14 inches gets him to there. Just going to flap on over.
Yep.
Now,
I'm just going to do some tidying up for you, if that's alright.
Now, I could scream, but I'm kind of scared of screaming into them.
Do you want a 3-inch there, or...?
No, so that's where he has to go.
So as close as that, right?
Yeah, the ghouls are just going to start moving up. So, they can just start...
Run?
No, they don't really need it, so they're just going to move.
Okay.
So that's 20 ghouls. Then I've got my Archregent, who is going to run because he kind of needs a bit more to walk down the stairs. Perfect, so he's just kind of going to, keep up with his little posse of ghouls. The horrors over on this flank, they're just going to kind of move up, expect if the objective's going to move. So just moving on over here. Boop.
Not terrifying at all, those things, are they?
Oh, no, they don't really do much.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Yeah. And the Courtier moving up. Now, if I've learned anything from orcs in Lord of the Rings, it's normally don't run into the angry trees. But these ghouls are kind of feeling...
What do they know? What do
what do they know? Yeah, that's it. They're going to run. They're going to run into some trees. With a 6, That's a big old 12-inch move, so... They're kind of just going to, move up into there.
Damn those Warhammer TV dice.
So, that's pretty much end of my movement phase, so let's move on to shooting. Okay, so the Zombie Dragon shooting, now he has his Pestilential Breath. I'm going to shoot it into the Kernoth Hunters with great swords. He's got a 9-inch range, so it's always a weird shot, this. So I have to roll a dice, and if I roll equal to or less than the amount of models in your unit, I automatically hit.
Right.
Otherwise, I hit on a 3.
It's a strange old mechanic.
Yeah, because you always fail the equal
Basically,
to
it
or
stops
under.
you targeting really small units. Yeah.
But it's one of those, but then I
Ideally.
get to roll and hit on a 3 anyway. So
Yeah,
I need a 3 or less to hit the Colonel Hunters. Nope, so then I hit on a 3. Yep, see, every time that happens. Every time I rolled a 1. Every time I rolled a 5 and then I roll a 1. Every single time. You know what? I'm going to start just ignoring that rule. It's just no longer a rule for me. I hate it. Ah! Okay, anyway, right, on to my charges before I start screaming. Okay, so...
Yeah, 5 will get you.
Yeah, so rolling my charges. The Terrorgeist is going to try and get into those drives. I need to kind of get the objective off you. So I need a 5. That's a 9. You know, that is plenty. So it's kind of just...
over the top of the objective.
Yeah, it kind of just moved to...
That's good.
Tag there, just because he's got such a big base.
Yeah.
And then the Zombie Dragon's going for a charge. With a 4, that's not as good, but it gets him in. He's going to go in and over 1 inch of it, kind of just to get in there.
Sure.
And then... You know what? I think that's everything. So into my combat phase. Okay, so we remembered the Wildwoods might get angry and eat me. So at the end of the charge phase, so it doesn't say I have to have made a charge move.
No.
Just says at the end of the charge phase. So we'll start off with the unit of ghouls on a 6. Nope, it danced about, and the Terrorgeist. No, we're good. Okay, so everything's okay, and we'll move into combat.
Come on, let's see what
Okay,
happens.
so we've figured out the Dryads are actually kind of like buffed to hell. They're on +2 save, 1 because they're in the woods, 2 because of how many models they are, a -1 to hit because I'm near the woods, and they're re-rolling 1s to save.
So they're on a 3-up save, re-rolling 1s, and you're -1 to hit them.
Yeah, so it might not go well. I do have my free feeding frenzy I can do because of feast day, so we'll give it a go.
Yep. Okay.
The big old bite from the Terrorgeist, so this is 5s to hit now, but I get to re-roll because of my mount trait, so...
Sure.
5s to hit, re-rolling. Oh, that's not... Oh, that was a 6. So that is 6 mortal wounds from that, and 1 hit. And then I wound on a 3. I do wound, and that's at -2 rend.
Well, you've already killed 6 of them.
Yeah.
But a -2 rend, then that puts them back to the 5-up save, re-rolling 1s. And that's
no,
1
so
more.
D6 damage.
That's the
right.
unit.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Wow.
Just some lucky rolls.
Buff they may well be, but, you know,
Yep.
gone they are. Right, so my Dryads are going to pile in. Not a lot to do, really. I've got 2-inch attack, so... And there's no sense bubble wrapping you at this point. And opening up my flank, and I think I've got an idea these 10 guys aren't going to be around for much longer. So 21 attacks, basically, with the nymph. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. There's no bonus to these guys, you're just -1 to hit back. Let's at least see if I can knock some wounds off. Yeah, okay. Not terrible. That was a 4. I feel I'm not like 1 over. Never mind.
And then it's 4s to wound.
4s to wound. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds back at you.
6 wounds, no rend, so I am a 4-up save. Failing 2. With a 6 up to ignore. Nope, so I take 2 wounds, so I'm back down to taking 2 wounds. And then I'm just going to go straight ahead and fight with this guy, because it's all I've got left. So, starting off, I have the 6 attacks from my Gory Talons, because I got the +1 attack on me from the Archregent spell. And these are 3s to hit. I have 3 hits, and then 3s to wound re-rolling. That's 3 saves at -1 rend.
So 3 6-up saves.
Cool.
Oh, go through.
No, it will be 5-ups because you get +1 save for being 10 or more
Well, with
models.
2 1s and a 2, but yes,
Doesn't really matter.
you're right, it's 10 or more models, so it would have been 5-ups.
So that's 4 dead. Onto the mouth, so 4 attacks now, hitting on 4s. 1 hit, wounding on 3s, re-rolling. Re-rolling. No, nothing.
No, right.
And then 8 attacks now with my skeletal claws, hitting on 4s. Not bad. 5 hits and 3s to wound. Re-rolling. That's 5 saves at -1 red, so 5 ups.
5 ups. Oh, 4 going through.
So
Damage?
that's 8 damage.
Oh, okay.
So I
All
got
gone.
the 2 units of dry nuts. Nice. Okay, so, you know, not a bad turn 1. Dragons moved up, did some damage, you know, grabbed the objective, which is good. So I've got that kind of early lead. But it's kind of looking scary now. You got a lot of tree lords and a lot of Kernoth hunters which are staring at my dragons.
Yeah, but I've lost a lot of my numbers. That's my main
Yes,
concern.
yeah,
So my
there is
ability
that.
to... I've either got to somehow miraculously come back and wipe numbers out,
Yeah.
which given the heals and stuff you've got is going to be tricky.
Yes.
So I've just lost bodies. That's my biggest concern.
Yeah.
And now, really, you've closed the woods down, so I can't exactly summon back in there. You know, it's the 9-inch away from enemies makes that really an early game benefit. And that's it. It's gone.
Unless you kind of park a woods right in your
Yeah.
deployment zone and churn them out from there.
Well, yeah, which you could do, but you know.
It's one of
Okay,
those.
well, we need to
Roll
you know,
to see where the objective goes
Sure.
first, and then roll for priority.
Okay.
Okay, so rolling to see where the objective moves.
So it's a 6.
6. That's not good for you. That's kind of moving back here to my ghouls. So
That's the way it goes.
it's the way it goes.
Well, it's about in the worst place for me. It's right over by that unit of 20,
Yeah.
and there's another unit of 20 on that side of the table. So nothing I can do about that.
No.
I did say I've left myself wide open over there, and it's a 50-50. So you know,
You
that's
know, it's
life.
one of those, yeah.
Okay, here we go. We need roll off,
Yes.
and even though
It's one of those. You could take the...
I feel I need this turn to be able to kill something,
But if
then
you
if
do,
you
I'm
do
going to
it,
have such a big...
but I'm not going to get there. Even in second turn, I'm not going to get there. If you get
Right.
the first turn, you're just going
Yeah.
to close me down over here. I need this roll off. So here we go. I missed and rolled a 2.
I got a 2, so you took first turn, so you get to choose.
Yeah, I'm going first. I have to. Okay.
Yeah, cool. So Sylvaneth, turn 2.
Okay, so hero phase. Going to pop the reroll wounds.
Yep.
The command ability from our Alariel. And then on a 7, I'm going to go for Metamorphosis, which goes off on a 8.
8.
So
So,
can you deny?
yeah, I'll go with my Terrorgeist still.
Okay.
Sorry, the Zombie Dragon. No, not on a 7. So now you roll 8 dice, and every 4 up is a mortal wound.
That is 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, so 6 ups to ignore. I ignored 1 of them, so I take 1 wound.
Okay, next up the Tree Lord Ancient.
Yep.
He's going to arouse the wood. And that goes off on an 8. Do you wish to deny?
Yeah, I'll try it with my Archregent. I don't stop it, so I take D3 mortal wounds.
Okay, D3 mortal wounds, 2.
And 6s. I ignored 1 again, so he's taken 2 wounds. And then
yeah, the branch. Yeah,
what's it called?
The branch witch. The branch wraith rather will do tree song.
Is
Yeah,
that what
tree
it's
song.
called? Yeah. So
So I think this goes off on a 6 actually. And it does go off on a 6.
So-
Boy, I can roll just what I need.
Yep, and you now get reroll hit and wounds of 1 against the Terrorgeist.
Yeah. Have you got any denies left?
No.
Not over there? No, not
No,
wizard.
he is a wizard, but he can't deny. He can only cast as if he's a wizard.
Understood. Okay.
it's
Well,
weird,
not the best thing, but let's get on to movement and see where we go from there. Right here, then into my movement. Really, what I've got to do is I'm worried about these 2 big things. I hate going for the big things first off, but you know, it just never feels great. That's there's 7, so definitely we've got a 5-inch move. So I'm just going to move him up to there. Let's just see how far he can go. He can go up to there, and then one last guy up to there. So they're a little bit out, but they've got range on their attacks. I'm not too concerned. Dirthu, yeah. Oops, sorry. No, he's 12 inches away on the dot right now, so he's going to move 5, and he's going to need a 7. I'm just going to park him there though, because there is a little bit of terrain.
Yep.
Seemed like such a good idea to put those cool bits of terrain there, but there you go then. So he needs a 7 to make that charge. I don't know whether to make a wonder round with the Kernoth Hunters here
Yeah,
as
you
a backup,
kinda
or
want-
just to move forward actually. Maybe what I do is I come forward to 5 there, and loop them around there. It's not great, but what I'm thinking is oh, I hate how they tangle each other. What I'm thinking is I can, you know, if I get a charge, I can go 7 there, or if I get a spanking charge, 8
Yeah,
takes me
it all
into
kind of depends if Durthu gets
I was
in,
never
isn't
going to get
it?
much. I could have taken them within 3 by going through the woods, but just make Durthu's charge harder, and I want Durthu to get
Yeah.
in. The Tree Lord Ancient,
He's got his Doom Tendril
yeah,
staff,
which is a
hasn't
12-inch
he?
range, so it doesn't feel like I need to move him at the moment. The question is what do I do with Alarielle? She's really good against big units, isn't she? So
Yeah.
what's her movement?
16 on Alarielle with fly, so
So 16.
she can't clear the Kernoth Hunters. So unless you move the Kernoth Hunters the other way, but
Yeah, well, you know, I've moved them now. And it would still be too ridiculous a charge anyway. So
Okay.
I think it's just a question of almost consolidating a little bit this way. And then I think it's just a question of running and retreating both of these units back.
yeah.
So the Branch Wraith
Mhm.
gets a 4, and the Dryads get a 1. Not
So-
fantastic.
8 on the Dryads. I mean, you do have the 2 units of Tree Revs as well, if you've... I don't know if you've
Yeah,
forgotten
and, you know,
about them or...
I haven't forgotten about them. I'm thinking I need to see where the where it all pans out at the moment. I don't think I can get over to that unit of 20, nor would I'd be extremely unconfident of their ability to take out 20 ghouls
Okay.
and a Ghoul King. I know I could kind of go
Yeah.
over there, but you know, 9 inches away, you've done enough to shield the objective, even though you didn't know it was going to be there. I could go for the charge, but you're just going to pile in, and you're just going to put more bodies within it,
You don't get the charge, I'm just going to move and kill
and
you.
just kill them, and then I've lost them for the late
Yeah,
game
and if
anyway.
you don't kill all
And
the
you know
the
what?
Varghulf,
Even if I
then-
take it for 1 point.
Yeah,
And that, right now, as crazy as it sounds, I don't need to worry about the points.
cool.
Okay.
So is that all your movements?
Yep, on to charge. Oh, shooting.
No.
Right, so starting off with the Kernoth Hunters with bows
Yep.
into the Zombie Dragon, looking for 3s to hit
the
from the boss. 2 hits so far, no 6s there.
4s from the
4s
rest.
from the rest. 1 6.
So that's an extra hit. So
That's
one
an
of those
extra hit,
misses
so-
becomes a hit.
And then we are looking for 3s to wound, re-rolling wounds at 1.
Yes.
Okay, well there's a 1, so that's panned out nicely. That's 5 wounds on him, at
Ouch.
-1 rend.
So that's 5 up saves. I make 2 of them, so 3d3 damage.
Oh, wow. So that is 8 damage.
6s to ignore. None of them. So
Ow! Oh,
he's
really?
up to taking
Oh,
10
my goodness.
wounds.
Okay, 1 attack from Alarielle into the
Terrorgeist.
Terrorgeist. Thank you. 4! I hit. 2s to wound. Yes, I wound on a 6.
My rend.
This is -2 rend.
So it goes through.
D6 damage. 2.
And 6s to ignore. Ignored 1, so you know what? He's ignored 50% of his damage so far. I'm pretty proud of him.
We've got the Verdant Blast from Durthu. I'm
Yep.
going to, again, put him into the Terrorgeist. So he's hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s, re-rolling the 1s on the wound. So hitting on 4s.
That's 6 is an extra hit.
So 6 is an extra hit, giving me the 5.
And
And then
3s.
3s. Re-rolling the 1s. So, wow, that's 4 wounds from that.
-1.
-1 rend doing D3 damage.
5 ups made 1, so 3d3.
Okay, so 6, 7.
Cool. And 6s to ignore. Ignored 2 of them, so he takes 5 damage from that.
Last thing is the Tree Lord Ancient, who's also got his Doom Tendril Staff. This is 1 attack, and it's 2s to hit because he's unwounded at the moment. Okay, so I've decided actually to target the Terrorgeist because I want the movement in that direction from the charge.
Yeah.
So rather than knock him off the table or risk it. So here we go. This is one attack, hitting on 2s.
No.
Haha!
There we go.
So first up, I'm going to charge with the
Kernoth
Hunter's
swords.
Greatswords. I need a decent roll to get out of the way, 7. Plus I want to use as much of that to get towards the objective. Next up, Dirthu, needing a 7.
Oh!
6.
With no command points.
No command point to use.
That's
Okay,
not
Kernoth Hunters with scythes.
Yeah.
10.
So they're definitely in.
Okay. So hopefully they're going to be enough.
Yes. Otherwise that could get bad.
Well, yeah. What's the range on those sides?
2.
Actually? Are they
2 on a
inch?
side.
So you know what? I'm going to do that.
Yeah. I mean, the size
In
should
fact,
be
actually,
enough.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that.
Nice.
Get close to the woods and an Ariel.
Cool.
Given it's all gone wrong, the Tree Lord Ancient is going to see if he can powerhouse his
Yeah.
way through there. Okay, so he needs an 11.
Right. Okay then.
Wow, the Tree Lord Ancient looks at Dirthu and says, "What are you doing, son? You're just wasting my time." He piles on in there. Oh man.
Oh, we love him. We love him. Is Lariel going to give it a go?
Now, you know, with the Ancient in there, there's 4 wounds over here. You know what? Why not? Because
Yeah.
actually, just in case they don't remove that, let's have Alariel over there. So she rolls a 9.
Should be enough. It's just a
It's
big...
more than enough. The question is it enough to also clear? So I'll tell you what, we've got some 9-inch rulers. That's the maximum she can go. And I'm going to hold that down there. Yeah, if you
There.
can hold that down there, fantastic. Then,
Yeah, so she can make it.
yeah, I don't know.
She can float on the rock. She's a flyer.
She's a flyer. Okay, so we're going to tuck her underneath the rock and budget a tiny bit
Yeah.
like that, yeah? Is that okay?
Yeah.
So that's the 9,
And I
so she's
think
also
she
in.
does D3 mortal wounds on the charge. We'll have a look and check
We'll
that.
check that. And you're right, living battering ram. I'm looking for a 4-up, which I don't get.
Okay, so just on to combat phase now, yeah?
Activation, yeah. Okay, from activation point of view, really, I definitely want
B4 up.
the 4-up
Yes.
because then I can choose to go over here.
Yes.
So Tree Lord Ancient, ground shaking stomp.
Oh.
3. Okay, that doesn't give me a lot of choices. I am going to activate the
Kernoth
Kernoth
Hunters.
Hunters against him, and I'll just have to hope that she can withstand the battering that's on the way.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so activating the Kernoth Hunters. I know that counts as a movement. I don't care. He's a round base and there's no such thing as facing. So let's just throw him in there.
Yep.
3's attacks, hitting on 2s.
Yeah,
For the boss.
for the boss.
Okay, so
that's
that's
2
2
hits.
so far. And
3s with everybody else.
yeah, so 6 attacks now, hitting on 3s. And I am looking for the 6s.
So that's 2
really
extra
good. So that's
hits.
2 extra hits back.
It's a
Wow.
winter leaf.
So I'm
I think
actually
this is 1 dead goose, but
3s to wound, re-rolling once.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
3 1s in there,
Wow.
which isn't too handy. Oh my goodness, where have these
So
dice been?
how much is that?
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 wounds at
9.
-2 rend.
6
Doing
up
D3
saves!
damage.
Oh!
Move your hand, show those 6s.
So that's 4. He's probably still dead, but that's 4d3 damage now.
Look at those rolls. Okay, so that's 12 damage.
12 damage, ignoring on 6s.
Ah, behave.
Oh, look at that!
Let's get those on camera. That is a ridiculous set of rolls.
Oh, you had a chance. You had a chance. So he does die, but he does explode.
He's an
into a
exploding
swarm
death
of little
throes, yeah.
bats as he dies.
Just roll them down.
Okay, so yeah, as he dies, the Kernoth Hunters take D3 mortal wounds. Oh, so that's 3. And the Tree Lord Ancient takes 1. So
Okay.
nothing too bad. And I mean, I'll go on to activate my zombie dragon, I guess.
Sure.
Okay, so his first activation, I'm +1 to +1 attack and everything.
Yeah.
6 attacks on the claws. I'm putting everything into Alariel. So
Sure.
this is 3s to hit.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to say.
3s to wound re-rolling. That's 5 saves at -1 on the talons.
Okay, so 5 4-up saves.
Yep.
Oh, goodness
that's
me.
just 3 damage.
3 of them go through, so 3 damage so far.
Yep. Then I have the big old mouth on 4s. Oh, that's good. So 4 hits, and on 3s to wound, that one is cocked. That's 4 saves at -2 rend.
4 5-up saves. Come on. Oh, 3 goes through.
That's 3d6 damage. I think
that's done it.
11, 12, 13.
So that's 16 wounds in total. You've just popped Alarielle. Oh my goodness me.
Ooh.
Oh, I paid for that price. And that was only like, shall I, shan't I? Yeah, why not?
And then with Feeding Frenzy, I'm going to activate again and attack the Kurnoth Hunters now, because that went a bit too well. So we'll go again. The King's Talons on 3s and 3s. So that's 3 saves at -1 on the Kurnoth Hunters.
3 saves. Oh,
Just 2 damage there then.
sorry, on a base there, so 2 damage.
Cool. And the mouth again, so on 4s. 2 hits this time and 3s. 2 saves at -2.
Both go through.
So 2d6. Only 4. And because I'm so wounded now, 5 attacks with the talons on 4s and 3s. Oh, re-rolling. 2 saves at -1 rends. 2 saves at -1
2 saves at -1 rend. The dog got involved there. 1 goes through.
So that's another 2 damage.
So that's 8 damage basically. Wow.
Kills
Big trouble in Little
Warlords
China.
and Now I know he's probably going to die, but you know, taking out Alarielle.
Yeah, well, it's
quite
that wasn't good
big.
news for me. I was expecting to go in. I got that D6 heal, and then you've got all those heal options. I'm thinking all she needs to do is 1 wound, but didn't work for me. Okay, let's hit back with the Kurnoths.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 attacks with the Huntmaster, hitting on 2s.
That's a mortal wound and an extra
pops an
hit.
extra hit. And then 8 attacks.
No, only 4 because I killed one.
4 attacks hitting on 3s. That was those. Actually got 2 6s in there as well.
So 2 extra hits.
So 2 extra hits.
Yep. And 3s to wound. No re-rolling ones now because she's
3s
gone.
to wound. And that is 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds against him at -1 rend.
7 wounds.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Here you go.
Oh. We got it.
No, I have.
There we go. -1 rend, so this is a 5 up. So that's 8 damage. You have 1 more dice.
Sure.
And 6s to ignore. Oh, that's 4 damage.
Exactly what I needed.
Exactly enough.
That was a decimating battle round.
Yeah, that was a lot of casualties there.
Okay, so that's the end of my turn. You know, I knew I wasn't going to score any points, but I was hoping to get rid of both of the guys. I'm happy to get rid of both of the guys at the cost of Alarielle. Not really.
I did spike some rolls there, you know, 4 attacks hitting on 4s, and I got all 4.
You know, and she's got such great healing ability. I was thinking, you know, even if she's on 2 or 3 wounds, I can just bounce to the back of the table and bring her back. But you just wiped her completely off the table. Of course, I gambled a lot on a 4-up roll.
Yeah.
Because if I'd have made that fight last, then he'd have gone anyway to the Kurnoth Hunters, never mind about Alarielle. And I'd gained a sneaky little extra move out of it, which is what I was thinking. I thought it was a safe play. It backfired, so there you go. Okay. All right, on to your turn 2.
Yeah. Okay, so on to Fleshy, of course, turn 2. Took a pretty heavy hit that turn, but I did take out Alarielle, which is kind of, you know, one of the biggest threat to my ghoul units. And, you know, she's quite a powerful magician, so that's a lot of healing gone, luckily. But, yeah, taking 2 dragons off wasn't what I hoped for, but hey, we'll give it a go. But, so I'm going to start off with some magic. I'm going to start off with my Crypt Flayer Courtier, the Infernal Courtier. Is going to put Black Hunger onto the unit of Flayers. So I need a 5 for this. I get a 4, so I'm not getting it.
That's not good.
Then I've got 2 casts from my Arch Regent. He's going to put Ferocious Hunger on the unit of ghouls on a 6. I get it. With a 6, you can try and stop it if you want.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
7.
That's not good. And then he'll try and Mystic Shield the Vargulf. He gets it on a 9.
Okay.
So, the Branch Wraith could try and stop it if you want.
Mystic Shield on the Vargulf.
Yeah.
On a 9. I'm not sure the Branch Wraith is in order. Oh, wait, where's this coming from? Oh, okay, so here we go. And a 6, okay. It goes through.
So I got that. Not great. I could have done with some extra attacks, but hey ho, we'll give it a go. I'm not going to spend my command point on anything because might need an extra Feeding Frenzy later because of that poor magic phase, but we will move into movement now.
Okay.
Moving into my movement phase now. Kind of, you know, I probably need to start getting some charges off. I know I've got the objective, so I'm going to get the points lead, but I'm going to start off with moving this unit of 20 ghouls over here to try and finish off that Kurnoth Hunter unit, because I don't want them healing up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that unit of 20. The Vargulf's going to move up his 8 with a fly. Getting him up to there, and the Arch Regent will also move up, just to kind of keep their coreless minions aura going. This unit of 20 ghouls over here on the flank, they're going to start to move up. They need to get in the game, so they're going to try and eat some Kurnoth Hunters as well. Cool, so they've moved over, and these 20 ghouls just saw a dragon fly into a forest and get eaten by a big tree, so they're now a bit worried about these trees, so they're going to move out of the forest as well, and I should, with 6-inch movement, be able to clear them all out, so I'll just move this tree out the way, and they're all just going to truffle shuffle 6 inches across. Like so. There we are, just leaving the forest. And then these crit flares, I mean, they're fast. They've got a 12-inch move, so they're going to start to move up. I mean, I am very scared about Durthu's Stomp. I think, you know, if I don't kind of almost try and deal with it now, there isn't going to be another chance to.
Oh,
so
Stomp's let me down once already, so I don't see why it wouldn't do it.
Yeah. But if you look at statistics, and statistically,
you
should get this one. So the big unit of 6.
Never tell me the odds.
And the boss also just moving up to keep them supported for a Feeding Frenzy.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
So that's pretty much all my movement. I do have some shooting to do because I have some screams. So we will move on to that then. Okay, so looking at my options here, I've kind of got 2 things to note. The Flayers, they could scream into the Dryads and probably kill the Dryads and charge into Durthu and risk the ground shaking stomp. But we've also figured out it's a 3-inch ground breaking stomp. So if the Flayers charge the Dryads, tag the one on the end and then just daisy chain. Yeah, or even that one.
So
you know,
you can come round here and tag, you can keep there for
and then kind of daisy chain 3 inches so Durthu can't stomp at the start. Then they can pile in on the first activation, kill the Dryads, and then Feeding Frenzy allows them to pile in again on a second activation and fight.
And pile into Durthu
and pile into Durthu and try and do as much damage as possible. You know, the +1 attack would be nice, but they can do quite a lot of mortal wounds. So
but this means the scream, for all intents and purposes, is wasted. Because if you do it, I'm just going to remove those 2 and ruin that
so
plan.
I can't do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scream into Durthu. It's kind of a long shot. I need double 6s because I'm 3 inches away. But I get 6 attempts at this. So let's give it a go. You ready? Nothing.
1, 3.
Nothing. I'm getting 6s.
4.
Nothing.
5.
And are you ready?
6.
No, absolutely nothing. To be expected. But, you know, what are you going to do?
You've turned that into combat, not a shoot, and I get what you're doing.
Yeah, so you know, I think with that, I'm pretty much just moving straight into my combat phase now.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so moving into my charges, I have a couple I want to do. Like I said earlier, I've got the Flayers, which I need to do kind of their cheeky charge. But I've also got these 2 units of ghouls who I'm going to try and remove the Kurnoth Hunters because they're one of the biggest threats at the minute that's kind of left. You know, they're along with Durthu.
Yeah, okay, the only threat.
So this unit out on the flank, they need a 10 to get in. No, they don't make it. Lo and behold, they're still a bit tired from running to their king. This unit of 20, they need a 3 to get in. That's a 7. So that's
Okay.
probably going to be plenty for them to kind of, you know, wrap round as well. So
Sure.
let's move them on in.
So I should have said it at the start, but Tangle Thorn Thickets
Yes.
on those. And yeah, I was going to also do it probably on the other ones. No idea whether you intend to charge them, but
well, it's one of those. It's like, you know, even if they're not going to be charged, they might as well do it.
yeah, it's till the end of the turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. So Tangle Thorn Thicket on both of them, of course.
Cool.
Yeah. These, just to be clear, these aren't doing Tangle Thorn Thicket. I don't think we've got anyone that can charge them. Are you going to roll for these anyway? Just see if you get it and see what choices it gives you.
Yeah.
So they're 2 dice, isn't it? And you don't
I
have to
I
charge.
don't want to move them in. Because I feel like if I move them in, they are just going to
True.
die.
Okay.
But then again, these ones are just going to die. So then, if those ones just die...
Just roll it and see what you get, because you know whether it gives you some crazy...
so...
It might give you some crazy choices, it might not.
9.
9.
So...
Yeah, I mean, basically, unless it was going to be absolutely stupendous to get over there, really, they could just go for
You know
those
what?
2
I'm going to
units.
do it, because I'm going to lose 1 unit of 20 ghouls. That's the thing. But you're going to have to choose which unit of 20 ghouls is going to go.
Which I activate. You're pushing my
Because, you know, I'm
activation
going to activate with the flayers first. Because at the minute, I'm going to activate with the flayers first, and then those 20 are just going to die. Whereas now, at least I'm going to get some damage in. So,
Yeah,
you know, it's
true,
better with odd
true,
numbers.
true.
So, if I have a
So you've got a 9-inch ruler there. You've got a 3-inch.
Stay.
You're going to
3
keep
inches
the old
away
ancient
from
out the
it.
way, yeah?
Yeah, for
Okay,
now.
understood.
And then if they just move, they
I'll put a
can
finger there for you.
kind
That's
of get
okay.
around to here.
Yeah. So let's just move
then,
him within half
I
inch,
mean,
and then you've
the
got
back,
the rest.
The back ones can
The
get
rest can pretty much
to
go wherever
there,
you want up to that mark.
to there, so they can all kind of...
Yeah, you can do anything within that sort of semicircle shape there, can't you? I'm cool with that. What's the range of the attacks on these?
Just 1.
Okay, so you
but-
get 2 ranks in.
Yeah,
Which is good.
And I've still got the pile in, so...
Yeah, but don't bother, just go base to base, because obviously
Well,
I
I'm
could...
not going to get all of them in.
Yeah, but if I activate first, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Get as many as you can. When you
Yeah.
haven't got the activation, when you're not forced to get the activation, you might as well ignore piling and get as many base to base as possible.
Yeah. And
Otherwise
then the flayers, we said it was a 6, wasn't it?
Yep, 6 for those guys.
Oh,
Oh.
just with a 6. Saw the one and I started to have a panic. So
Okay, well you can do what you wanted to do, but unfortunately, that's all you can do.
yeah, and
You
then,
really needed more, but okay. So let's yeah, that's. I tell you what, we know your intent. Let's just put that there, and just move up to it. I'll measure
yeah.
another.
I mean,
3.
you know,
I know your intent, and the point
the
is,
dryad spaces is 1 inch, so I can kind of get to there. Yeah.
well, I think. Hold on a second. It's easy enough to put a little marker on the inside of that. There you go.
There.
Anything past there, and he's outside of the 3-inch bubble. I
So
think.
if I start, I can kind of, you know, go.
We've only got 6, remember?
I mean,
So-
they can fly, but yeah.
Yeah. We've
With
not got a lot of
6,
movement.
they're
We were just
kinda
moving forward.
Just
Okay,
get into there.
that's cool.
And then I think that's all of our charges, so we'll move into the combat phase now.
Okay.
Now, this is all the flayers attacking now. 4 attacks each, 5 on the boss, everything into the dryad. So hitting on 4s because they are not close enough to the trees. So
Yeah.
4s to hit, 6s do mortal wounds. So that's 5 mortal wounds so far.
Okay, so that's half the unit gone. That's looking
And
positive.
then looking
For the rest of the
4s
rolls,
to
yeah,
hit.
they don't look too
No,
bad
it's
actually. Yeah, that's a
pretty
good roll.
Pretty good.
That's a good roll.
And then
You roll in the mortal wounds
threes-
again?
Yeah, you roll.
Oh,
mortal
do
wounds
you?
again,
Right,
yeah.
how?
And then 3s to wound. Okay, so that many 5-up saves.
So I really need to ace this. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. So 3
So
more
that's
go.
8 dead in
8
total.
dead.
Nice.
Okay, right. Well, I'm going to try and shield Durfu as long as possible, but that just leaves 2 dryads in front of The closest guys, basically, is all I can do.
Nice. And then I will Feeding Frenzy off my courtier for free.
Sure.
So they're going to pile in and fight again.
Let's measure that up.
So they're piling in and fighting twice. So I've got 2 on Tadurthu, including the boss. So this is their attacks on 4s. Oh, that's a healthy amount of 6s. So that's 5 mortal wounds on Tadurthu.
Wow.
And then 3s to wounds. So that's, wow, that's 6 saves at -1 rend. So that's 6 4-up saves on Durthu.
Okay, 6 4-up saves on Durthu. Okay, so you tank them.
6 damage in total.
So 6 damage in total.
And
down to 6 wounds.
Yep, and then the 4 onto the 2 dryads. I mean, you know,
Just take them off.
that's only 1 6 though. You know,
Okay.
you never know.
Take them off.
Are you 4?
I think so, but roll it.
Oh yeah, 4 saves of 5 up.
Well, come on then. You know that's not doable.
No, so those 2 die, and I take 6 wounds off Durthu, so that's not too bad.
Okay, let's tidy up in here. Okay, I'm going to activate the scythes first. They've got, what is their range? They've got a 2-inch range, so they're both in range. But you know what? I'm actually going to use the movement, because who knows what's going to happen later, and that inch might make a difference. Okay, so let's go with the Huntsmaster first. So he's hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, 6s explode. Oh, thank goodness! So
3
2 hits off of him.
Because he's 2s to hit,
Yeah, I know. 1 was a 1.
and you got 6.
Oh, so 3 hits.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. Had a math fail, and then 3s to hit.
Yep.
No 6s,
So
and you know.
3
okay,
misses
so
that.
3s go through.
And then 3s to
Fantastic.
wounds.
3s to wounds. Haven't got the reroll. Whoa, okay.
So that's 5d3 gone.
So 5d3, come on.
Three,
Okay, 3,
4,
4, 5,
8.
6, 7, 8.
So
Not great, not great.
1, 2,
Not
3,
enough
4,
to actually impact the attacks against me. To be
5,
honest.
6, 7,
Oh,
8.
maybe.
Wait,
maybe.
yeah, it is.
probably.
They dropped
with
their
pile,
block.
and it's made a difference.
So I'm going to move over to the 20 ghouls fighting the swordsman then.
Sure.
Okay, so the 20 ghouls attacking the Kernoth Hunters, so they're all in. Because they've still got 20 or more models, they're +1 attack, so there's 60 attacks in total. You know, if I got the spell off, that would have been nicer. It could have been something like over 100 attacks, but hey ho, here we
You
are.
want to roll in batches?
Yeah,
Then, or...
so this is 30, and then I'll do
Oh,
31
my
because of the
goodness.
boss. This is
Right.
4s to hit, re-rolling 1s because of the abhorrent that are near them.
There's a couple of 1s in there.
Yeah, so re-roll these 1s, nice. Got an extra
Amazing.
hit. You know what? That was a pretty amazing hit roll
pinch the
from
2s.
ghouls.
Was this 3s to hit?
4s to hit.
Oh,
Look
4s
at
to
that.
hit. Okay, wow.
Look at them go. And then they are 4s to wound. So
Okay.
come on, ghouls. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 so far.
Well, let's just roll those. I've got re-roll.
Oh,
I've got
okay. So this is 10 4-ups re-rolling 1s.
So 10 4-ups, re-rolling 1s. Yep, saved myself with a 1 there, so that's 2 wounds.
Oh, sorry, no, it's re-rolling.
Sorry, it is
Of course.
re-rolling.
So that you've re-rolled one of the 1s into a fail, and then
okay. Of course,
all
it
those
is re-rolling.
2s.
You caught me out there as well. And then those guys. So
okay,
so 2 wounds through so far. Can
I
live
think
with
that
that.
kills that 1.
Yeah, so he's gone so far, but we'll keep a tally.
And then the other 31 attacks now. Hitting on 4s. Looking to re-roll those 1s. Nice. Not as good a hit, but you know, still pretty,
You never
pretty
know.
decent.
There's a few 6s in there for sure.
And then 4s to wounds now.
Okay. Wow.
Not quite sure how many that is.
Just take them all out.
There we go.
There we go. So what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 wounds back.
A little bit, so 4 ups re-roller.
Re-rolling. Okay, let's take the re-rolls out.
Oh, look.
That's a good roll. I'm sorry, I'm going to miss all of these, but you know, there's a cocked dice there as well. I hate to say. It's a 3, so 2 more wounds.
Not bad.
So 4 wounds in total, which takes him how?
And
leaves my Huntsmaster on 3 wounds.
Oh yeah,
so
3
5 wounds each, aren't they? So.
Okay. Cool. Then over to your activation.
I'm going to activate.
I mean, at this point, it's kind of inconsequential who goes.
Because you've had all your attacks, haven't you?
I've only got these ghouls left.
Oh, of course.
So you could just go with.
Why not? See, there's no order to it now, so let's just do the Huntsmaster.
So 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. That's 6 is an extra hit and a mortal wound, so and then 3s.
Oh, cock dice.
So that's 8 gone there.
Okay. Wow. Boy, done good.
Boom.
And while the camera's here, we can see the. Oh wait, no, that's your attacks now. So you might as well just get on with your attacks.
Yes. 12 ghoulies left, piling in. So this is 24 attacks now. So again, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Not bad. A couple rerolls. You know, pretty decent. So that many hits, and then this is going to be forced wound. That was cocked. Oh. 2, 4, 6 saves, no rend because.
Okay. So 4 ups.
Reroll them.
Rerolling. Oh dear. 1 wound.
Nice. Way to go, ghouls. Way to go. Doing me proud. Okay, so just realising something. I forgot all my 6-up ignores from my Deathless Minions, or whatever it's called, with Flesh Eaters. So we did roll them off camera. I got 4 back for the unit against the Konoth Hunters with sides.
And I mean, I've allowed you the backseat. So in fairness, you've deployed
put them in the back rank just so they know.
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything anyway. They're ghouls, and I got 1 back against the one with swords. So okay. You know, that's all fixed now. And we're on to Durthu's combat, and Durthu's going to start to get angry.
Right, so activating Durthu. He's taking some damage. That just, you know, from the sword's perspective, that affects the damage. It also affects my ability to wound with the Impaling Talon. But I do get +2 attacks with the sword if you're wholly within, I think, is it 8 inches of an Awakened Wildwood.
Yep.
So that gives me 5 attacks with the sword. So this is 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s.
Yes.
6s would have been another attack.
Ooh.
I didn't do it, but you know what? I'm back up to 3. I can live with that. 3s to wound.
What's the rend on this?
2 wound at -2 rend.
That's just 2d6 damage.
Come on, nice fat roll. 7. Not great, but
so I then get
average.
6s to ignore this. So I ignore 2, so that's going to be 5 damage. So that's 1 dead, 1 takes a wound.
And then I go with my Impaling Talon. This is just 1 attack. Hits on the 6, so I get 2 with it.
Well, doesn't that do 6 mortal wounds?
We need to have a look at this. Yeah, hold on. D6 mortal wounds on the target and the attack sequence ends.
So you get the D6 mortal wounds and a hit.
That's what we're going to play it as.
Well, that's how.
I think it's right.
No, that's how Gristlegore works.
Oh,
is
it? Oh, you're a star. Okay then. So let's do the D6 mortal wounds.
So that's 4 mortal wounds, and then you get the hit.
And then I get and it's reduced wound now, so this is a 3.
No.
Roll a 1.
Okay, so 4 6-ups to ignore damage. Made 1, so that kills off the other one.
And now really I have to activate Durthu again.
Yes, I mean...
I've got a once per game activation.
Yeah.
So I'd say let's go again with him.
Yeah, we forgot his bleed as well from his Heart is Ice.
Oh, what does that do?
So every time you take a wound on a 5-up, I take a mortal wound. So just roll 6 dice and 5-ups to do
very
mortal
generous
wounds
of you.
back.
That's a long backseat, but okay then.
Only one. So
back,
6 up to ignore.
Okay.
Didn't, so 1 takes a wound.
So that's of course under it's Which wood is it?
Ice
brown something
ice.
or other, isn't it? We'll look that rule up for
Frosty
you.
ice.
Yeah, frosty ice hurt me backy.
Yeah.
Okay then.
No idea.
It's been a long day. Right, back with the sword again. I'm just going straight into attack again. I can pile in.
Do you need?
Well, I'm just thinking of tagging you so you can't wrap round any further with them, you know what I mean? So you know what? Let's just do that. And here we go then. So this is 3s to hit.
Yep.
Wow,
That's
1
an
6.
extra
So
hit.
that's an extra hit. So all 5 through.
hits.
That's the difference. 3s to wound. So we have got
4d6
damage. And hot dice. I've not rolled great. Oh, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage. Didn't roll great on 4d6. 8 on 4d6. Give me a break.
So 6 is to ignore. Oh, I didn't ignore any of them, so that is 8 damage.
And then again with the impaling talon, looking for that 6.
Oh,
I rolled
come
that
on.
6 again. Wow. So d6 mortal wounds, 4 mortal wounds,
Yep.
and then on a 3 to wound.
Yep.
Wounds
Rend.
-2 rend,
So it goes through.
just 1 damage.
Okay, so that's 5 more ignores. I didn't ignore any of them, so that's that one dead.
Wow.
And one's taken 2 wounds now.
So we just double attacked each other to hell, didn't we?
Yes.
Basically.
Dear me.
Oh dear me.
Okay, so I think that's everything. So now we move on to Battle
Well,
Shop.
you say it is, but I'm now going to pile in.
Oh,
with my
yeah.
BATREP.
You've got
so there she goes. She's crazy enough. She's going to go for it. She's angry.
Nice.
Right, it's a long shot, but if I can get rid of them, no more's coming
Yeah.
back. So we've got 3s to hit, and I need to get 2 wounds through here. So this
Yep.
is 4s and 4s. I've got to roll really well.
Ah,
And I don't. So only 1 wound goes through. 4s again.
no.
No.
So he's okay.
Oh.
But if you get the turn, then I
We'll
can't
see.
do any summoning.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we'll
Okay.
see.
Battle shop?
I think I'm good. No, sorry, yeah. Cool, we'll go into battle. Okay, so Battle Shock phase. The only one I've got to take is these ghoulies over here. They lost 8 and they're bravery 11 at the minute. So they're good, up
Nailed
to 10.
it. Nailed it.
And with that, I mean, that's the end of turn. So I score another 3 points
Yeah.
for holding the main objective. I had a lucky bounce
Takes
back.
you to 6 to 1, doesn't it? It's a hell of a lead, and there's not a lot left on the
Yeah.
table. But let's push on, never give up until the end, and we'll see where that objective
Yes.
goes. If the objective goes that way, I'm just going to curl up in a corner.
Just watch Dirthu stomp through all
Actually, you
of
know
them.
what? If the objective goes that way, I've
It's one of those.
still got some tree revs.
It's one
So
of
we'll
those.
see.
It's quite interesting because you have the whole, because your wizards count as 20 models. The numbers doesn't matter as much.
Well, yeah, and of course these models are both within 6 inch, so at
So
the
if
very
it
least I
bounces
could kind of
back to
use if it
there,
bounces there, or
yeah.
even I could use the teleport to get them out of.
Yeah.
And, we could do something, couldn't we? But let's see what we can do.
Cool. So let's see. Okay, so rolling to see where the objective goes. I want a 4 to 5.
I want a
or 4
1.
to 6. You want a 1 to 3.
None
so
of them are great for me, to be honest. But
Here we
let's
go.
do it.
That's a 1, so it's going back to the middle, which means you are going to hold it. And
Ugh.
then we'll move into priority roll-off.
Sure. We've just been having a really interesting chat, which is like, who wants the first turn?
Yeah.
I want to go. Okay, I want to go first because if I can remove him and get rid of some of this, you can't summon anything back.
Yeah.
So that's good for me. But then I'd only be taking 1 point, which puts me onto 2 points. You've got a 4-point lead. All you've got to do is bounce your 2 wizards within 6 inch, and there's nothing I can do to stop the 40 points you rank up.
Which means I get...
Which, yeah,
The
that would take you to
points.
9 versus 2, and, going into turn 4 and 5, I think it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. So,
But saying that, if I go second,
yeah.
if you put the tree, if I go
Tree
second,
Lord
you
into-
can just charge the tree lord onto there. Then I can't get my models within 3 inches without
Sure.
charging the tree lord and dragging the Kernoth hunters, which means
But
the
you
Kernoth hunters are going to be able to fight me, and then
yeah.
I kill my wizards because they're not very strong. So we're both kind of in a
Rocking
tricky
it, but yeah, tricky
situation here,
situations.
you know.
Let's roll the dice.
Yeah.
Then one of us has got a tough decision to make.
So
There we go.
ready? I get a 5.
And I get a 3. So
Oh,
luckily,
I don't want to make the decision. I
it's
don't
your
want to make the
tough
decision. You know, going on what I said, the fact that the Tree Lord can just move on to the objective and take it, and then I'm probably not going to be able to grab it off him. I am going to go first, just so I can try and get some summons. If I can deal with Durthu, then that's a big player off the table, you know. I might be able to finish off these Canaphants. I might be able to even do some damage to these
or just
ones.
retreat them back and hold the objective. You've got
Yeah,
the point, haven't you?
so...
Create a bubble wrap for me, because don't forget I've also got Revenants off this side of the table.
Yeah, you're right. So I am going to go first. So we'll move
5-point lead. Go for it.
Flesh Eater Court's turn 1. Okay, so moving into my turn 3 hero phase. I've got my summons to do first. So the Vargul's trying to summon the 4 ghoulies back here. I get it. I mean, I get 5 back, but I can only bring them up to their starting strength. So
It's good.
4 ghoulies coming back. Rah. Okay, so now the Infernal Courtier trying to summon back.
Yep.
So on 5s. Wow, I get 5 back. So
Wow,
we
what
will.
a roll.
That's them back up to their starting strength. So
Now I feel a little bit queasy.
add them all back.
Horrible.
Yeah, that was
Ridiculous.
that was quite good.
That brand tray let me down. She only had to do 2 wounds.
Yeah.
What my gamble on that was, she wasn't amazing, but I thought if I hit a 6 or 2, I'll get a couple of extra attacks. You know,
yeah.
So I was hoping, but it didn't
That's
happen.
quite good. I'm going to do my spells now. I'm kind of, you know, the ghouls are a bit of a wet blanket, so I'm going to have to try and get them as on as many attacks as possible to get through that 4 re-rolling saves. So
Okay.
the Black Hunger from the Courtier onto them. I get it on a 9. Do you want to try and stop it?
Yes, definitely.
Cool.
And I
No,
don't
so they're on
a 4.
+1 attack. And then Ferocious Hunger from my Archregent onto them. I get it on a 7. You can try and stop it.
And I do on a 9.
Okay, cool. So not getting that one. And then I'll Mystic Shield the Vargul. I get it on a 7, and you can't stop that one.
Yeah.
So-
Mystic Shield, Mystic Schmield.
Yeah, with everything, I think that's my hero phase done.
at your hero phase. I think
So-
full strength, full strength.
Yeah, so into... Okay, so movement phase. I've got quite a few to do. So I'm going to retreat and run these ghouls here into that Kernoth Hunter. So 5, so that's an 11-inch move. You know, that's quite a lot. They can all just kind of run scared back over here as the Archregent stares at them angrily.
They're not running scared, they're redeploying.
Yeah.
Noble
that's-
Knight sent on a mission
Oh, yeah.
to the other side of the table.
That's exactly it. Exactly it. And the Vargul's going to flap on forward his 8.
The Archregent sat there going, "You fought bravely, sir."
Oh, yes, well done.
But we now need you to save a maiden.
There. He's going to be 3 inches away. You know, the king's actually going to get involved now. These ghouls, you know, they're going to go do some sneaky things.
I think we pre-measured this. It was 16 inches, wasn't it?
Yep, so they're going to need a
They're
10
going to need a
inch
10-inch charge if you're
isn't
really
it?
going to have to go after those guys.
Courtier, as he screeches into the sky, bringing all of his fellows back, he's going to now get involved. You know, he kind of gives 2 units of ground strike and stuff. So even if you stop the flayers, that's fine. I can go with the Courtier to try and drop him down even more brackets.
Okay.
I didn't use my command point to fight again last turn, so I've got 2 command points this turn.
Ugh.
So that means in total I'm going to have 3 fighting
Oh, because you get a
twices.
free fight again.
Yeah,
don't
because
you,
of
with the-
feast days,
yeah,
so
with
I'm
the
not
feast
a
days.
court. So
Okay.
with that, that's all my movements. So I'm going to go into my shooting phase now. Okay, shooting. So, you know, I don't have a lot, but I do have my flayers. They're all going to scream into the branch wraith. You know,
Mhm.
she's a bit of a lower bravery. I'm probably going to be able to do something.
Bravery 8, yeah.
Bravery 8. So this is 2d6. I don't -2 now because I'm within 3 inches.
Okay.
So 2d6. I'm looking for 9s or above to do mortal wounds. It's 1 mortal wound. 2 mortal wounds. Nothing. Oh, that's 3 mortal wounds. Nothing. Nothing. So just 3 mortal wounds in total.
Okay.
Nice. And then the Infernal Courtier with his fouetted breath as he's starting to turn into a dragon. So he hits on a 4. Whoa. And he wounds on a 3. No, nothing. That was a 2. Went off the camera. So that's all my shooting. So now it's just on to charges. Okay, so starting off, I've got my unit of 20 ghouls on the flank. They're going to give it a go. They need a 10. You never know. Nope. I saw the 5, got a bit excited. But no, that's just a 6. The Vargle needing a 3. Yep.
He's in.
So, flapping over to here. The Archregent needing a 3. Yep. He's over to there.
This is charge phase, isn't it? So
yeah.
All the Kernoffs at that end again. Tanglethorn, yeah, sorry.
And
should be start charge phase.
The Courtier up.
What did he do?
Double wand it.
Oh, what a beautiful guy.
Double wand it.
What a beautiful guy.
Double wand it. You know, he was getting ready, then he saw all his friends come back and he was like, nah, they got it. They've got it. He's not going to stop.
As long as they don't fight.
They're flying. They can't get stomped.
Oh, I'm going to so stomp you. Here we go. Ground shaking stomp.
No! Courtier, you just needed to get in. You just needed to aim for that double one. Okay. Right, they're going last.
They're going last. Wait a minute, I might pick. No, they're going last.
Yeah. I guess I'll pile in with my ghouls then. Like,
okay.
And fight with them. Yeah, come on then, I'll give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? So, piling in and fighting with the ghouls. Okay, so this is 80 attacks. So I'm going to do them 20 at a time. 4s to hit, 4s to wound, re-rolling 1s to hit. So let's give this a go. Ready? 4s to hit. That's not too bad. 1 re-roll. Oh, no. Failed the reroll, so let's get rid of all
you
these.
can roll 6s.
They always hit so well, and then I get to the wounds, and it just goes a bit downhill. 4s to wounds. 1, 2, 3, so 6 so far.
Let me roll them as we go, yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So 6.
So 4 ups.
Re-rolling.
Re-rolling. So 1 wound
1
so far.
wound so far. So that's that guy down to 3 wounds.
No, I'm counting up, dude.
Oh, are you?
So he was on 4, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Look, we'll tally them up at the end, but that's 1 wound so far because he's gone.
Okay. Volley number 2 on 4s. Oh, that's not good. Re-rolling. Nice. Okay. So get rid of these. That again, an extraordinary hit roll. And you're ready for a very poor wound roll.
Excited about this.
4s to wounds. Yep, like clockwork. Like clockwork, this unit. There's 1 more there.
Oh, sorry. 4 up. Ignore re-rolling. Whoa, come on, baby. One more wound going.
What is...
Keep trying.
I hate Kernoff Hunter. Volley number 3 on 4s, re-rolling 1s. Oh, that's pretty good.
It's the customary solid roll to hit.
And the customary poor roll to wound. Let's give it a go. You know, okay, yeah. It's, you know, average.
Okay.
And then
we've got 8 there, actually, so that's your best
Yeah.
one so far.
I think you're
4.
going to spike some saves. Oh,
Got a cock dice in there, so
you're going to give me a bit of hope.
giving you a bit of hope here. And
Yep,
then
man.
yep. 3 wounds so far.
What is the point? 1 last volley with the extra attack now. Maybe I'll get 2 wounds on this volley. 4s to hit. No,
We've got a cock dice over there. Oh, I rolled it for you.
Oh, that's okay.
No, roll it because I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
That's not right. Okay. It was destined.
Re-rolling some ones, but let's get all the rest of the misses out of the way here. Oh. Re-roll all the ones. Oh, nice.
Nice. Few rolls.
Kind of went the other way this time, you know. But I got poor hits, so you know what that means? I'm going to get an
wounds.
amazing wound roll,
Solid
and
wounds. Terrible saves.
you're going to fail all your saves. Oh, you know what? Not bad, not bad. That's 5 wounds.
Feeling very familiar here. 4 up, ignore. 2 go. Okay, here we go. 4 up. We know what the. Yeah. So 3 wounds kills one, and puts the other one on 2 wounds.
3 wounds out of 80 attacks.
I'm sorry about that.
That's, you know what?
No, I'm not.
It's
no,
fine.
I'm not.
It's fine. It's like if there's anybody that could do 4-ups, it's you. That's it. It's half guards, Kurnoth hunters, it's 4s, and you're fine.
Rolling to hit.
You need
rolling
to do a 2. You need a 2-up. No, you can't do that.
Oh,
It's 1 today, but 4s. That's fine. Right. You know what?
My
Go
activation.
on. Kill me with Dirthy.
Oh, no, I think they're fighting last, aren't they?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course,
So
yeah.
we have our fellow over here. So my Huntsmaster wants Ruwenge. He's going to try and take out your guy.
Yeah.
I need some exploding 6s here.
Yeah.
3s to hit with 4 attacks. Oh no, 2s to hit.
Yes.
Huntsmaster.
No.
No.
He gets all hits though.
I know, but come on, just 1
Threes
explode
to
would have
wound.
helped. 3s to wound.
Oh, 2 5-up saves. I failed
Just
both of them.
Not enough though,
Which
is it?
is
4 damage.
4 damage on 6.
How many wounds has he got?
7.
Ugh.
Oh, he saved 2 of them.
Oh well.
He's down to, so he takes 2 wounds. And then, I mean, in my activation, I might as well start fighting back there as well.
Sure.
So I will go with my Vargle. He's got his 4 attacks with his immense claws. Now, does he get anything? No, he's pretty simple like that. So 3s to hit with his claws and 3s to wound. Okay, so that's going to be 3 saves at -1 rend on the Huntsmaster. So 3 5-up rerollings.
3 5-up rerolls.
Made
So
1.
2 go through.
That's 4 damage.
He's gone.
Nice.
You only
Way
have
to
2
go.
wounds left.
Cool. And then I guess we
My activation.
move over to Durthu or the
No,
Kurnoth
they're
Hunters
going
and-
last, aren't they? So I'll just go
Yeah.
over to the Hunters. Kurnoth Hunters with 5s, hitting on 2s with the Huntsmaster.
Yep.
All go through, hitting on 3s with the standard boss.
So that's 1 extra
Fluffed
hit.
it, but 1 extra hit, good point, so he got it back, good man. And then 3s to wound.
3d3 damage.
3d3 damage, because it's -2 rend, so we needed, I needed a decent roll, but 6 damage.
6 damage. So this is 6 6-ups to ignore. Nope, so 6 of them die. Take these 6 here, they weren't doing anything anyway.
See you next turn.
Nice.
So let's see what Durthu can do. 5 attacks with his sword, with his guardian sword, because the +2 attacks being near
Yep.
the woods. He's looking for 3s. Ideally, I'm looking for 5 6s here.
Mhm.
Didn't get any.
Nice. That's
That's
3
not
hits.
what I wanted.
And then
3s to
to
wound.
Oh.
Pop dice there as well, and you know what happens when
Oh!
that happens.
So 1 wound.
1 wound at
D6
D6 damage.
Oh,
6 at least.
that's not bad.
Good old
So
Warhammer
that's
TV
4.
saved me there.
So 6 6-ups to ignore. Didn't make any of them, so that's him dead, and then this one dead. I'm gonna have to pile in to try and make coherency again.
Okay.
Nice, and the
And then
impaling
Impaling
talon
Talons. Misses. Oh, and that's one I really needed a hit on. Okay, in which case,
You've got the branch
right?
wraith now, yeah.
3 attacks. There we go.
Force.
So
Nice.
that's 1 extra hit in,
Yep. And force.
and then force to wound.
Cock
Cock
dice.
dice.
Nice.
2 wounds at -1 rend.
So,
Only doing 1 damage though.
6-ups. Oh. Nope. And then it's going to be 6-ups to ignore. 1 saved, so 1 guy takes a wound.
Just not enough, Dirthu. You fluffed it, mate. You fluffed it. I needed 6s on that.
And then, I mean, is that pretty much...
That's all my activations, so it's just for you to go now. You need to bring him back to combat.
He'll pile in.
Okay, so he's back into coherence.
Yep. And then I'm going to have 3 on Dirthu and 1 on the branch wraith.
Yes, you are -1. Which you're doing first? You subtract 1 to hit against the branch wraith, okay?
Okay, so I might as well do hers first. So I am now 5s to hit. 1 mortal wound and 2 hits, and then 3s to wound. 2 saves at -1 rend.
This is a branch wraith, yeah? Okay, she's a 6-up save.
Oh,
She's gone. Okay.
nice. And then...
I don't know why I took her out, really. We could have waited, but you know.
The 3 onto Dirthy now, so they hit on 4s. Wow. That was an extraordinary display. So
I love that roll.
1
That's
mortal
probably my favourite
wound.
roll you've done so far.
And 3s to wound.
Oh, come on.
2 saves at -1 rends.
So, 2 4-up saves. Which both go through.
So that's 3 damage, taking up to 9 damage.
Up to 9 wounds.
Ah,
We'll have to start counting down with Durfee then, so that leaves him with 3 wounds, okay?
nice.
Just because I haven't got one of my big tokens here.
Okay, so I'm going to use my Feeding Frenzy to pile in and fight again. So, piling around like this, getting them all into Dirty. So they're all going to attack again. He's only got 3 wounds left, so hopefully I can shave these off with this. And that's only 2 mortal wounds so far, so that's not bad. Let's pick up all the hits. So he's got 1 wound left, and then 3s to wound. You got 3 4-up saves. Can you do it?
Come on.
Ah, no.
He's gone.
So we get him with the Feeding Frenzy. Nice.
Okay. Not the greatest of news.
Okay, so end of my turn. Not too bad. I managed to take out Dirthy with the fight twice. So I gain a point, bring me on to 7, and then it's into your hero phase.
Sure.
Cool.
Okay. Right, well, crikey, this is feeling quite painful, but, you know, I'm still going to squirrel on at least for a turn, and then let's see where we are, but I've not got a lot left on the table. The Tree Lord Ancient is going to go with Virtuous Harmony, see if we can bring a Scythe back, and I do on a 9, do you wish to deny?
I can give it a go, because you've only got 1 spell left. Oh! That's cocked. No, I don't, so...
Okay, so that's the Scythe guy back.
Nice, yeah. Oh, all of that work, all of those rolls.
Thinking
Wait.
models.
Don't you kind of need him to come through?
Exactly, so I'm thinking leave him there.
Nice.
Right.
The Gauls, even as they're snacking on his bark, just reforms and starts killing them again.
So that's all I can do in my hero phase, I think. In which case, it's on to movement.
Cool.
Right, first and foremost, yeah, I'm just going to retreat these guys back a few inches just to make them a bit further away. They've got a 30-inch range. I'm not concerned about what they can and can't shoot right now. So they come back a little bit just to make it a bit more awkward. The Tree Lord Ancient is going to come out here, still keep out the 3-inch range.
Yep.
But kind of stand outside of the woods in a
charge
really
and grab that
dramatic
object.
pose. You know, he wants a dramatic pose. So that's what it's about. 5 of the Waypipers are going to teleport and go right round the back of here because we're getting way too close to comfort, and you never know, they might just do something late game.
These Gauls are just tired. They've been running for miles to get here.
I know.
Now they arrive, but just as they're about to get them, and then they
and then 5 more. Let's get them over
Give
there,
it a
and they will
go.
go for the long charge.
Nice.
Right. I think that's my movement done. On to shooting.
Cool.
First off then, Kurnoth Hunters. Let's just see if I can chip off those last 2
Yeah.
wings. They're not brilliant Kurnoth Hunters, especially in small numbers at bows, but here we go, 3s.
That's 2
Wow.
extra hits.
So that's 4 hits so far. I
Nice.
feel like I challenged them by telling them they weren't brilliant. Then
Yep.
4s. Okay,
6
so
hits.
6 hits. That's as good as the whole unit popping them off. And then 3 to
Threes.
wound. Oh
Wow.
my goodness. Okay, so that's all 6 wounding.
5 up save. I made 1, so that's 5d3 damage.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so 6, 7,
think-
8, 9, 10, 11.
He's gone, but we'll give it a go. You never know. 6 is galore. No. So
Okay, he's
Yeah.
gone. They
Yes.
over-delivered. They over-delivered the first time in the game.
skewered. Absolutely skewered.
Right.
Nice.
Next up, let's get the Tree Lord Ancient. Tree Lord Ancient's going to pop his Doom Tendril Staff into the, help me out here, Courtier.
Infernal Courtier.
Infernal
or something
Courtier.
Like that,
So this is 2s to hit. Rolled right off the table, but it's hit with a 6.
That's 2 hits.
So 2 hits, which is good news. Wounding on 3s. If these both go...
Oh!
Oh, come on.
Come on.
I just needed to chip a few wounds off to help the revs, really. That was the idea.
Oh, dearie.
Okay.
Okay.
Charges. Charges. Tree Lord Ancient.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't need to. You know what, though? He's going to do that. He's still keeping them at 3 inch, and he looks cooler, okay? I insist on looking cool with my framing. Tree Revenants.
Need a 9. No.
Oh, that's 6. So they fail anyway, and they're just dead next turn. But it was a risk. It was a gamble. And, you know, all I needed to roll was a couple of 3-ups. And,
Yeah,
you know.
You know.
Okay, then. Ground Shaking Stomp.
Yeah, we might
Just
as well.
to make you fight last. Let's just do that. And it's a 1, so you're not fighting last.
Yeah, but you still get to activate, so...
I will activate the Tree Lord. Oh, should I actually
You're
go?
probably better off with Kurnoth Hunters. They'll do more damage.
Why not? Turn off. Okay, so the Huntsmaster needing
Yep.
2s to hit. I'm just going to mention, actually, we did do Trample Underfoot with these guys earlier, but we did it off
Yes.
camera, and it made no difference whatsoever, didn't it? But, you know, that's going back a couple of turns, and I just forgot to mention it.
Cool.
Looking for the 2s.
Oh, that's one extra
so
hit.
that's one extra hit, so I'll
he
keep
hits
that
everything.
dice, and then looking for 3s. Okay.
It's always the Huntsmasters who can get the 6s.
Well, you know, they are the bosses. And then hitting on 3, wounding on 3s, sorry. So that is not a great roll. 4
So
wounds against them.
4d3 damage.
Oh, and that's about as worse as you can get for a
So
D3.
that's 6 dead. Now, I'm not in range of a hero. Not like wholly within 12, so that's just going to be 6 going.
I'd have preferred that to be more effective, but there you go.
And then, I mean, I guess I'll attack with the ghouls.
Sure.
Okay, so the ghouls are all piled in. I'm just going to fight the Kurnoth Hunters. You know, the Tree Lord's like a 3-up save. I could only get 1 onto him, so it's not going to do anything. So, 17 attacks, hitting on 4s, no rerolls now because you killed my abhorrent. Oh, look at that. Beautiful roll.
Making
Beautiful.
me smile. Making me smile. Did you actually, out of 17, how many did you get?
3.
That's right. That's good and right.
2 saves, 4 up rerollables. Oh,
4 up rerollable. Okay, 1.
nice. Nice.
Come on.
Yeah,
Oh,
fight
he
his
doesn't win.
ankles. Fight his ankles.
How can you do a wound? It's so unfair.
Lovely. Okay.
Yep. Okay, 1 wound onto him. In which case, of course, I've only got the Tree Lord
Tree Lord
Ancient to
Ancient.
activate, so
So
I
he's
will
got-
do. First off, let's get the Impaling Talon in. This
Yep.
is 3s to hit, 2s to wound, ideally. Pop that 6! Oh, yes!
Every time.
So that is D6 mortal
Yep.
wounds, 2
Two.
more wounds,
So that's,
and then I roll the 2+ to wound, which I do.
so that's 3 dead then.
Okay,
And the sweeping blows.
there's 1 damage. Oh,
Yep,
so you've done that. Sorry, you've
dead,
done that. Right, in which case, Sweeping Blows, 3 attacks on 3s. No
2
explosion.
hits.
All wounds.
2d6 dead.
So
Can
that's
you get 5?
2d6. Come on.
Yes.
8. Unit
So
gone.
they all go.
Excellent.
They're legging it.
Right.
Nice.
That's the end of combat. Well, there's nothing to do in Battle Shock, but you know, it wasn't for me. It wasn't a bad turn. You know, busted you off that unit. I also took out the Archregent with the most ridiculous amount of overkill I've ever done.
Yes.
But you know what it's like if you divide the shots, you don't kill them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I just threw everything at him. Utterly fluffed with the Doom Tendril Staff here. I went from thinking it might chip a wound to it might kill him to it did nothing.
That's the way. That's it.
And then, of course, fluff the charge with the Revenants. So I think the Revenants are about to become irrelevant.
Yes.
Irrelevant Revenants. But, no, nothing to do. Tally the points up. That puts me on 4 to 7. I'm only 3 behind, but I'm running out of models. You're running out of models, but not as quickly as I am. And you can replenish at least over here.
Yeah.
So let's see where we go with the objective.
Cool.
Here we go then. I'm rolling this turn. None of it really helps, but here we go. And it's a 2. So where does that go?
So that's over here, by the flayers.
Okay. Well,
so it bounces
there.
over to there.
Right, okay then. Excellent.
Cool. And then we'll go into roll off. Roll off time. I could do this for some regens, but hey.
We were kind of saying, I don't think, the point is, it didn't really help either of us either way.
No.
Either way, it gives me movement onto you. And you've got, is there a wizard? He can cast a spell, but has he got the wizard keyword?
Yeah, no, I think he is. I mean, the wording is, this guy is a wizard and can cast spells as if he's an keyword.
I'm sure he has it, though, if he can cast a spell.
Well, that's
But normally then you could grant them an extra spell, can't you?
Yeah, it says the general gains the wizard keyword and can cast
go.
and unbind in the same manner as upon.
Oh, so he can unbind. You mentioned earlier he couldn't.
I can unbind with him, yeah? I thought he could only cast as if
Let's
he's an
do this roll up.
Hey.
We learn every day. That's what's great about this game.
Roll off,
roll off.
3.
1.
At
least I don't have to make the decision.
Yeah, but now I do. Okay, I'm sitting pretty on a bit of a lead.
Yeah.
So I might take the turn. It means I can bring some more flayers back. I can bring some ghouls back.
Yeah.
I can try and tie all of this down. You never know.
You're
I
3
might
ahead
survive,
of me at the moment,
so...
and if you bring people back and wipe me off, then it's game over anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll take the turn. Let's do this. Flesh Eaters, turn 4. Hero phase. Here we go. Bringing some flares back. Need 2 5-ups. I got 1. It's 1 flare back, but my boss is coming back.
Boss man.
Boss is back. Cool. So he's back, and then
got a lovely piece of meat just on his shoulder.
It's
oh no, it's somebody's torso.
Stuck it on his spine. That's coming out. Some ghoulies. Are they going to come back? I get 5 ghouls back. Rah! Rah!
I hate fleshy.
Rah! There we go.
More meat for the grinder.
I'm going to cast Black Hunger onto them.
Yeah.
Really try and get them good. I get it on an 11.
Right,
so
which one's Black Hunger? Really
+1 attack.
And you got it on 11.
Yes.
How many more spells have you got?
That's it now.
Okay.
Oh! Yes! Come on!
Stop it on a double 6.
That's not fair. That's not
fair.
fair.
That is beautiful.
Not fair. Alright, okay, I guess with that I'll go into my movement phase. Okay, onto my movement. So, my courtier is going to move there just to hold it. He does, because he's a wizard,
just
so
keep him within the 3 inch. He counts as 20 models. You're keeping him that size just to kind of bubble wrap as much as you can, but there's only so much you can do. Do you want a hand?
Yeah, so Flay's just moving there 12.
Let's just give you a 3 inch tag because I think I'll put you a bit close. I have.
There we go.
Okay.
Then they can all just
fly.
Fly.
I'm not sure they make a caca noise.
I think they do.
They do.
Yeah, it's in the law. It's in the law. It's canon.
You're going after the Tree Lord Ancient?
I mean...
Oh man, I so hope I ground shake stomp those guys.
You know what? Like, what else are they going to do? They're just some little ghouls. They're just moving over. These ghouls here are gonna run.
Yeah.
Why not? Get 6.
Where are you going?
Just a 12-inch over here.
There
Look at them go. Whee!
Whee!
Whee! King's dead!
That's such a shocking move.
There we go. Along with that, the Vargulf will move over.
What? They've got...
No, they've ran.
So they've run, haven't they? Oh, yeah, of course.
So
I was thinking you got run and charge shenanigans.
No.
Okay.
So the Vargulf's moved over.
Okay,
He
so
might...
you're not coming after those guys?
No, I need him over. I need him over here for the feeding frenzies.
Ah, okay.
So he might have a go at a Tree Lord or something.
Fair enough.
Then with that, I'm now on to shooting.
Sure.
Okay, so I've got all my flayers screaming into the Colonel Hunter. So they're bravery 7, but practically they're up to 9 because of the -2 because I'm 3 inches away.
Okay.
So I need to roll a 10 or more. I get 5 chances at this. Ready? That's a 9, so nothing. That's nothing. That's 2. Nothing.
3. 4.
Nothing.
That was so close as well. That bounced
Whoa!
off 6.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
As ever. So, and with that, I mean, pretty much just straight onto my chargers. Okay, so chargers. Going with flayers first. Really need them to get in. They need a 3. That's a 6. So they're gonna kind of, you know, move round.
Are you keeping the ancient out, or?
Yeah, out of 3. Because I really out of 3.
Right, okay, let me move this tree. You can definitely get a guy there, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put that tree to one side though, because the trunk is not in the way, it was just the base, it's got some detail in it.
Cool.
Alright.
So that's all them. The Vargulf will give it a go. Oh, on a 3, that's not going to do it. And the criticals. 6, so you know what? Yeah, they can really get in there. Piling around.
Come on then.
Fodder to death.
Bring it.
But, you know, they're noble. They're
I'm
noble.
afraid to know whatever you are.
They're noble warriors of a realm.
Okay, so before we get anywhere, you know, of course I should have mentioned because it's charge phase things, but you know, we know. And ground shaking stomp. Oh, yes,
so
okay.
Ghouls are fighting last. Yeah. And then I'll just start attacking with the flayers.
Absolutely.
Okay, so all the attacks with the flayers, 4 each, 5 on the boss, everything into the Colonel Hunter. So hitting on 4s. You know what? I have several command points. So I'm going to spend one of them on all-out attack for the crit flayers.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it. So I'm hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s.
A few.
Yeah.
That
You know
re-roll's
what?
going to work. That re-roll was worth it. For sure. Wow.
Okay. And then that's 4 mortal wounds so far.
Okay.
So we will remember that. That's pretty good. Because that's kind of the way I need to deal with these Kernoths.
Sure, just mortal them off the table.
And then...
I mean, that's one of them gone already, by the way, because one was on 3 wounds.
So that's 3, 6, 7, 8 saves at -1 rend. So
8
5
save -1s, 5 ups.
Re-roll him.
Re-rolling. There's a cock dice in there as well, so let me just grab that. Okay.
Re-roll him.
And then re-rolling the 6 remaining ones. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So that's 4.
So 4.
So 8
that's
damage.
8 damage. So there's 2 gone off of there. 2 off of this chap. 5 off of him.
Yep.
Leaving my boss with 1 wound on him.
Cool. And then I'll do my free feeding frenzy to fight again. So all the attacks again.
Sure.
Actually, you know what? It might not be all of them again because I need to pile around. And if I can get, you know what?
Yeah,
So that's going to be 3 onto the Kernoth Hunter. Then I'll put the boss on one other.
Let's move that dice out of the way.
Onto the Tree Lord to try and, you know, maybe...
Sure, you've got the range.
So, the 3 onto the Kernoth Hunters on 4s. Oh, that's no 6s, but I am re-rolling that one. Oh, for a 6. So, 1 mortal wound so far.
Taking him to 2 wounds.
And 3s to wounds. Oh, that's
Cock dice there on the 5.
dice. So that's 3 saves at -1 rent.
3 5 ups.
Oh, he's
Re-rolling.
good.
Okay, so he takes 1 more wound. He's good.
Nice.
Toughed it out.
And then onto the Tree Lords. 3s to hit. Re-rolling the 1s. So that's 1 mortal wound.
Yeah.
And then...
Is that a 5 cock dice there? Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
2 more wounds, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And 3s to wound.
Okay.
Cool. So that's 5 saves at no rend.
5 saves at no rend. That's a
Sorry, -1 rend.
minus
actually,
1
so
rend. So
4s.
4s. Might be 5s actually.
No,
Double check
it's
that.
4s.
4s is it? Okay.
So that's 4 wounds in
so
total.
4 wounds in total.
And then you pretty much get all your attacks back.
So it's all my attacks back. Let's just do the Kern off hunt. So this is 3s hitting on 2s. 1 explode, so 1 extra attack, which is exactly what I needed. And then wounding on 3s.
Whoa.
That's not what I needed.
So
1 wound.
D3 damage.
1 damage. That's we can see which way this game is
6 up to
going.
ignore. I ignored it as well. That's not
Okay,
good.
so the Tree Lord Ancient did take 4 wounds, didn't he? So
Where do you want to put him? Into the... I mean, the ghouls aren't going to do anything.
The ghouls aren't going to do anything, but the point is I haven't got enough. I can't do enough to remove them anyway, so you'll just summon them back. So to a degree.
It's one of those, you've got 2 turns of combat, so...
Yeah. Okay. Let's put them into the Vargul.
The flayers.
The Flayers, sorry, the Flayers. In which case then, 1 attack with the Impaling Talon.
Yep. Oh.
Oh. That is a hit, sorry.
Nice.
And then to wound is changed, but oh no, it's still a 2 up actually. So I wound on a 6.
Any rend?
Minus 2 rend.
So goes through, so
1
6
damage.
up. That kills this guy.
Okay. And then the 3 attacks with the sweeping blows.
2 hits. Oh, sorry, 1
no,
hit.
1
actually,
hit.
isn't it?
Actually, I just need to take the 3 attacks. It's 2 attacks. Ugh.
Just roll 2
Just
attacks.
roll them. 2 attacks.
1 hit.
1
There
hit.
we
We're
go.
back where we started. That's good. And then
That's
3
some wounds.
to wound.
So
Minus 1 rend, doing D6
minus 1.
damage.
So that's 6 up save. Doesn't go for, so it goes through, sorry. So
6
D6.
damage. Oh, cock dice.
Oh!
Oh, and a 6 for the tension.
Okay. So 6 ups. Made 1, so that's 5 damage gone through. So that's going to kill 1 and put 1 down to 1 taking 1 wound. Okay, so the ghouls, there's 17 of them on 2 attacks, so 34 attacks, so this is the first 17. On 4s! Okay, no rerolls. These ghouls can hit.
They love that hit roll.
4s to wounds! Oh, wow, okay, that many 3-up saves re-rolling 1s.
3 ups. Re-rolling the 1s.
There's 1 to re-roll and 2 wounds so far.
Oh, that's your wound, yeah.
So that's 3 wounds so far.
3 wounds.
And again on 4s. Oh, not so good this time. Feeling less brave. And then 4s. That's 5 saves again. 3 up, re-rolling 1s.
Really?
3 1s to re-roll.
Hold on a second, that was a cock dice.
Yep.
And then 3 1s to re-roll,
That one
wasn't
was
it?
a one.
That was a 1. Okay. Ah,
Cock
just loving
dice
the
again.
cock dice.
So 1 wound.
1 wound, so taking him up to 8 wounds in total.
Nice. Way to go, ghouls. Scratching at him. Just scratching him.
I forgot, I've just remembered because I was thinking, oh, he's got the exploding rolls, but actually that was Dirthu, which we didn't do over here.
Oh, the wounds, yeah. Well, do them now. So he had
It
6
doesn't
wounds
matter.
left.
Nah, it's,
No, because he had 6 wounds left, and then it's just mortal wounds, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
but on
6
a
5 ups. So 2. Yeah, 6 up. There you go. 1 guy's taken 2 wounds. Okay, so end of my turn. Not too bad, you know. I managed to come over and do some damage to Kernoth Hunters. The dog is trying to escape.
got that.
Doing a little stretch as she does so.
Taking the time.
You know, strip some wounds off the Tree Lord Ancient, which isn't bad. But most importantly, I kind of tied up this main fighting force. that
Surrounded him as well, so there's no retreating out of there, unfortunately.
No.
So I can't get my Tree Lord Ancient back. I would have hoped to do enough damage to kind of be able to come back,
Yeah.
but it just didn't happen.
Yeah,
It's not the end of the world. I've got a couple of Revenants still out there. It's my turn.
It's one of those. It's your turn. If you can kill him,
Yeah, I'm scrapping away, but there's a chance. There's a chance. I've still got my hunters with bows. If they outperform again, you never know.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So let's move into Sylvaneth turn 4.
Okay, into my hero phase. Let's go for a hunter coming back again. Oh, on a 5, it doesn't go off.
Okay.
That's annoying because also I've just remembered I failed to do the rouse.
Yeah.
The wild was last time, which is very, very annoying. It would have done a few mortal wounds. There was quite a few units within 3 inch, so that's my bad.
It's only on a 5 up there.
Yeah, I know, true. Let's not worry about it too much. Ah, right, okay.
Then that's pretty much. Are you going to use the command ability or?
I think so. I have to just.
Reroll wants to say try and keep the Tree Lord Ancient alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Then just straight into movement.
Straight into movement.
Cool.
Going into my hero phase, I think I know what I need to do. I need to do a maximum run with this guy to put him on here.
Yeah.
Shoot him off with the Kernoff Hunters. If they fail, charge them in.
Yeah.
If I can get 2 of them, even better.
Yeah.
Revenants, because I just
thing.
can't trust the Revenants to do the job, basically. I don't think they'll do enough. I can run them and put them on, but you've got 20 bodies here.
And
the Tree Lord Ancient is surrounded, so
you can't get out.
Let's go for it then. In which case, I'm saving my command point, but I am going to see if I can bring a dude back. And on a 10, I do you wish to deny?
Yeah, because apparently the Infernal Courtier can deny, so I don't deny it. So you get a Kernoff Hunter back.
Gives me a Kernoff Hunter
which will make
back.
it easier.
Makes it easier because he's got to be within an inch, and I'm just going to place him.
Well, you might,
Yeah.
We know where he's going.
Okay, so we'll tag him like that. Okay, we'll measure him in a second, but you know what?
Cool.
Okay, in which case, I think that's my hero.
And then on a 5 up, the wood gets roused.
Oh, of course, 5 up the wood.
No.
Doesn't.
Nah. Oh well. Okay, so movement phase now then, yeah?
Sure. Right, first things first, let's run the Kernoff Hunters. I mean, ideally I want a decent roll so I don't have to spend the point. I get a 5, and you know what? I think from him, because of the extra guy, that's enough.
Yeah.
That takes me to there.
That puts a body on the objective, and that's what you need in case.
Puts a body on the objective. In fact, it probably puts 2 on the objective. But
cool.
Which I'm not going to.
That's the thing, though. He is 20 models, so you don't
do need to take his wounds with him as well. He's got 2 wounds left.
But it means now if you shoot him off with the Kernoff Hunters in some blaze of
glory, and I've
then...
also... Oh, no, I can't. Oh, yes, he's a flyer, so I can target him with them as well. Yeah. The Tree Revenants over here...
Just move up 5, because
just move up.
If he doesn't die, then they need to charge.
2, 3, 5... Not fast units, really, are they?
No,
I suppose they teleport.
Spirits.
Let's bring back the other 5 Tree Revenants over here. Because again, it just gives me an extra option on charge and more bodies. I know he counts as 20, so I'm never going to tally up anyway, but I've also got to think about turn 5.
Yep.
It will probably move. Oh, it does move. It's guaranteed to move, isn't it? But if it went this way, even more interesting.
Yeah.
In fact... I am just going to gamble those on it going that way by 6 inches.
But if you don't kill him, don't you want the 2 units to try and charge in? Because I have no teleporting shenanigans, so there you go. Keep them 9 inches away. Cool.
Keep them 9 inches away.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's all your movements, yeah?
Shooting.
Cool.
Come on, Tree Revenants. We're going to try and shoot the Courtier out.
Yep.
Huntsmaster.
Hitting on 3s.
Oh, I saw a 6 for a split second.
And hitting on 4s.
No 6s, so 3 shots go through.
Winning on 3s.
Winning on 3s.
Nice.
Oh, okay, so all wound at least to make up there.
3 6-up saves. I made 2 of them, so that's 1d3 damage.
1d3 damage?
Yeah.
1 damage.
Oh. And it goes
5
through,
up.
so I take the damage.
That's nowhere near enough.
No, that's not good. You do have the Doomstendril staff from the Tree Lord Ancient as well.
So, shooting into the flares, it's a 5 to hit with a staff. No. Okay.
Cool. So, on to...
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. None of this worked out too well for me. So, Kernoff Hunters.
No, they can't. They retreated.
They retreated. What am I talking about?
So you just got the 2 tree revs.
There we go. 5 from the Revenants charging in the closest unit. They get that on an 11.
Nice. And
That's good.
So they can.
Because I'm just going to run all the way. Yeah, they've got a 6-inch pile in anyway,
Yeah.
so there's no worries. I'm just going to
kind of make room for the other unit if they manage.
Yeah,
to
but
get
yeah,
as
I mean,
well.
I literally could have charged. In fact, they had way more than enough to just simply come around the other side of it. So that's what I will
Nice.
do. Okay.
And the other unit of 5 on a 9.
So the other unit of 5 on a 9. On
Oh.
a 3, they fail.
Okay.
Okay, so it's all down to those guys, basically.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Right, so with the Tree Revenants attacking first, we've got a lot to do here, but you never know. 2 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Re-rolling 1 failed hit, so
And I'm going to do it
Yep.
because I've already got the 6.
that's 4 hits with the
hits.
Protector Glaive.
Just park them to one side.
Well,
because,
you might as well
actually
do
it's
that
2
next,
damage,
that's
so
2
let's
damage,
just do it. So this is 3s to wound.
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
all 4 wound at -1 Ren doing 2 damage.
Okay, so this
Is
is
this
a
enough?
6-up save. Oh,
8 damage.
then 6s to ignore, so that's 3 gone through. Yeah, that's enough to kill him.
Oh my goodness, the
Just with
boss
that
did it on his
tremendous
own.
roll.
Just with the double 6s.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
Right,
Wow.
well, your activation, although I did forget to do the stomp with the
Yeah,
tree
just
lord.
do it now. Just
Just do it. I'm
yeah.
going to put this against the big guys, obviously.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
do get that. So your
So,
activation with the ghouls.
will fight, yeah. Okay, so the ghoul leads into the Tree Lord Ancient. So again, there's 17 guys to use attacks each. So I'll just do this twice. So on 4s to hit. Whoa! Look at them go. They're properly going for it. And 4s to wound. So that's 2 saves so far, but then I can just do this again. Might
Sure.
as well. On 4s to hit. Nice one. That one's cocked. It's a miss. And then 4s to wound with all my claws. 2 saves at no rend again.
Wow, so 2 saves at no Ren. That's 4 in total. Looking for 3s. 3 go through. Take it. That's him. That's popped him.
No, he's
He's on 8.
take.
Oh, no,
8.
he's
Yeah,
on
they
8.
got
So
12.
1 wound left.
So
Sorry, 1
wound
wound.
left. Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
But
Okay.
he does get to fight back.
Well, I'll put everything into the flayers.
So you get 1 stomp and 1 talon. So the talon
The talent.
hits.
Wounds on a
so
5.
That's 1 damage, so 6 up to ignore. I don't make, so that
And
kills
then
1 of them.
1 sweeping blow.
Yep. Hits.
Hits.
Wounds.
Wounds.
6 up save. Nope, so d6.
4.
4
Wow.
damage.
Okay.
So need a 6 here, come on. No, so that's another one gone. So that's just the boss still alive now.
Wow. We're really running out of models.
Yep, and then he'll fight back with 5 attacks. I just need 1 6 here. Oh, no. With 1 hit of 3 to wounds. No. No.
You only needed
No.
1 wound. 1 wound would have done it.
Okay.
Okay, end
Okay.
of combat. Okay, so Battle Shock. I don't have anything to roll, do you?
No,
No?
I'm good on everything.
Because
so-
these guys are immune, are they?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, no, they're bravery 10.
Oh, they're bravery
Lost
10.
2, so.
Okay, who
Yeah.
cares? By some insane miracle, I did manage to take that, so that gives me 3 points, which only
Yeah.
puts me 1 behind. So it's all about turn 5, which I'd have never expected that.
Yeah, it's one of those. So, at turn 5,
We need to see where it goes.
yeah.
I mean, I'm fighting for a draw, sort of. I could-
unless you make yourself, unless it like bounces back there.
yeah,
If it bounces there,
you can make me go first, and then if you make me go first,
that's the
then,
thing. Then
you know,
it's a draw.
well, it's a draw unless you take it back. Let's just roll and find out.
Let's just roll. Okay, so rolling the objective on a what's this? On a 4 to 6, it's going back to the middle,
Yeah,
and on a 1 to 3, it's going to
right
you.
to where my reds are.
Oh, 4 to 6, it is back to the middle.
Give me a break.
Okay.
I think it's whereabouts is it? Because it's all moved around here now. Is that
Yeah.
right?
there.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, there. Okay,
Savage.
nice.
Although I'm 20 models there.
Yeah, that's true.
On 1 wound.
That's also true.
Here we go then. Roll off.
Roll off.
3. Beat that.
4.
And you did.
Well, I don't know what I want to do now.
Have a think.
I'm going with a bit of a gamble now. Yeah, basically. I'm going to take the turn.
Okay.
Because I know if I kind of let you take first turn, all your tree revs and your Colonel Hunters with bows, they can all just pile into this combat, do a load of damage,
Well,
and then
I think
I might not be able to take it back.
What's more, if you gave it me, there's room for me to retreat my thingy. And I still think I could tag that objective at 3 inch. Maybe, I don't know. It's pretty tight.
But
we didn't measure. But
I'm going to take it.
Okay.
So we'll go into Flesh Eater Courts, turn 5.
Hero phase.
Yeah,
Jack.
hero phase. So
Summoning shenanigans.
yeah, I kind of forgot actually. Vargulls can bring flayers back as well. So they're like super hardcore summoners. They can bring little ghouls and flayers back. So I roll a bunch of dice, and for every 5 up, I can bring a flayer, and for every 2 up, I can bring a ghoul. So
okay.
yeah, they have both the rules. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
courtiers can only do it on a 5 up.
Right.
Then for ghouls, you do it on a 2 up, and then it's like Vargulls can do both.
Okay.
So
Let's go for it.
I get 1 5, so that's 1 flayer coming back.
Right.
But I get then 4 2-ups on as well as the 5, so then I can bring 3 of the ghouls back from this unit because that brings them up to their starting of 20. So 3 ghouls come back, and then that is all my hero phase shenanigans. So on to movement. Okay, so movement phase, we've got some tricksy little shenanigans. So crit flayers are going to be tactical and retreat from combat.
And they're just creating an awkward 3 inch bubble. I have
Yeah,
to go around,
now it's
basically,
making it really
yeah.
hard for you to try and get on the objective.
Yeah.
The Vargul is going to fly his tent over here.
Okay.
And the unit of ghouls are going to run. Oh, with a 1. That's not very good. I'm going to spend a command point because I have several command points to make that a 6. So that's a 12-inch move now. So, you know, they can all start flooding over to here. And that's kind of just to stop teleporting things from the tree revs from being able to get onto the objective.
Just a big old stop me teleporting bubble.
Yeah, you know, all kind of just spaced out. Making it as hard as possible, you know. I know what it's like. I play Daughters, I have Kinneray, I know how annoying they can be. So let's do that. And then with that, I've got no shooting because I retreated, so let's just go on to charges.
I thought you were going to call it your turn then.
No, no. I've got the Vargul, who's going to try and charge with a 6.
He's
That's going to be into the
in.
Hunter, so he'll move there. And that's all my charges. So.
Stomping my feet. Stompy, as in don't move, yeah.
Yep, you got the ground shaking stomp. You can try and do that.
Okay.
So,
So on a 4 up. Nope, you are not fighting last.
You know what? I'll go with the ghouls. Mainly because I guess it doesn't really matter. You're only going to get 1 Colonel Hunter on the Vargulf anyway. You're not going to do enough damage to the ghouls for it to matter, so I'll just go with the ghouls.
Go for it.
Cool. Okay, so all the ghoul attacks. Now they've got 3 attacks because they're back up to 20. There's 17 of them still in combat, so
Shocking.
I just get to this 3 times. To be honest, the first volley might be able to take the wound off him.
Can I
so
just take him off? Go for it.
Force to
Let's at
hit.
least see you.
I mean, you know what ghouls are like, so
earn this kill.
as they're finally just drag him down. It's like the Mummuks in Pelennor Fields just getting absolutely dragged. 2 saves, 2 3-up saves. You're going to make me roll this volley again.
No problem.
There we go. Thank goodness, I didn't want to roll all these dice again. So, we got him, and with that, you can move over to the Colonel Hunters.
Sure. Well, we've only got 3 attacks from the Quiverlings on this because they can only pile in 1 because they re-roll the saves.
Yep.
There we go. So that is no hits.
That was good. That was
Your turn?
good, yes.
Caught you by surprise. You have to look his rolls
Yes. Okay, I have 4 attacks at 3s and 3s. 3s.
That's how you roll dice.
And 3s. 2 saves at -1.
Okay, so 2 5-up saves. 1 goes through, but
2
I'm
damage.
re-rolling.
Oh yeah.
So still goes through, 2 damage so far.
And then the bite on a 3, and he misses. So that's all his attacks.
Right.
Okay, so end of Flesh Eater Courts, turn 5. You know, I think I've done the best I could with what I
I
have
think
left.
you've got it. It would be an absolute miracle for me to take any. We were just talking the 6-inch piling off the Revenants gives me options.
You know,
I need to take out that 20-man unit.
I mean, you would need to get a bunch of 9-inch charges.
And not die. Well,
Yeah.
1 9-inch charge, a couple of long ones.
Yeah.
We said that let's play it out and let's see whether we can finish some models off, because
Yep.
it's only going to take a couple of turns, but we think this is
never
yours
know.
anyway. You never know.
Cool,
Okay.
so Sylvaneth, turn 5.
I've got nothing to do in my hero phase, so this is all basically going straight into
Yeah.
movement. I am going to bring this unit
Ooh.
over here. This unit over here is going to move there 5.
Okay.
Takes me up to there.
You know, they could get a charge through the trees
Well,
around.
that's what I'm
if they get
thinking. You
along
never
the
know.
line.
You never know. Plus, they got the 6-inch piling.
Yeah.
The Kurnoff Hunters are just going to square up.
Yep.
Because again, they need a massive
goods.
charge to kind of go through all of that. I just don't think it's possible. I did consider moving them around there, but I think let's not worry about it. Let's go straight into shooting then.
Cool.
Okay, so they're going to try and shoot off the
Yep.
Bargulf. So this is the Huntsmaster.
1 hit.
1 hit so far, not done as well as before. And then the 2 guys. Okay, so that's a double up there, but only 3 hits, wounding on 3s. All go through.
Rend
Minus
-1, yeah.
1.
So 6 up save. 3d3 damage.
3d3, let's have a good roll, folks. Come on. Okay, 2, 4, 6. 6 damage. I don't think it's enough to wound him, is it? No,
Not
he's got
to
7,
kill him.
hasn't
He's
he?
got 8,
Even to
this
that.
guy.
Right.
So he takes 5.
5,
so
okay.
He's down to 3 wounds.
Need some fantastical charges.
Yep.
Let's try the unit way over there. So let's
Yep.
have a 9. And I roll a 9.
Wow. So they are going.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, sorry, over here.
Oh.
Because I can use my 6-inch pile in to loop round. I'm
Okay.
going to see if I can wipe 1 unit out, because there's
Okay.
only 6 models there.
Yeah.
And if I can wipe 1 unit out, then
Wait, how are you going to pile them round onto that?
that's a good point. Well, they'll go over. They've got 6-inch. They can go over the rock.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then this unit over here needing 5.
Yeah, but hopefully something long so you can snake through.
Something long, please. 10.
That'll do it.
So that's a 9-inch to
Yeah.
there, and then a 10-inch. I literally can sit
Yeah.
them right inside
Yeah,
there.
that's interesting.
Wow, going well with the rolls at the moment, but
Yep.
that's good.
Okay.
And then the 2 Kurnoff Hunters needing a 3,
Yeah.
and they
they're
are
into
in as
flames.
well. So, what is that? What was the roll? It doesn't really matter. I'm wondering whether I could go round them, but I can't. So let's not even
Quite
try.
big bases.
Yes.
Ooh.
I think
Okay.
they're just going to have to tough it out against those flayers,
Yep.
because I absolutely need to activate
Some tree revs.
some tree revs first.
Cool.
So I am going to activate this outlanding unit of tree revs first, because I want to bring the wrap around as much as possible.
Nice.
Well, none of this would have been possible without those incredible
Yeah,
charge
that
rolls.
was
And we're still up against it. There's 6 models here tagging already. There's 1 model there, I think, probably, if we measure it. So you're up to 7 models plus whatever I don't kill.
Yeah.
So it's all about what the Revenants do.
Yeah.
We're going to go again with the Enchanted Blade.
Boss
so this
man.
is Boss Man.
Hit on 4s?
Hitting on 4s, but you know I need those 6s. Oh,
You get
and he's
1 reroll.
Fluffed it. You know what? Let's go for the reroll with him then.
He hits,
So he
and
gets
then
it.
on a 3 to win, because it's 2
Oh,
damage.
of course, we have to do the 2 damage with this. So 3s to wound, which he makes. So this is minus 1 Ren doing
so that's
2
just
damage.
2 dead so far.
Then the rest of the unit hitting on 4s.
1 extra
Okay.
hit.
1 extra hit back in, so that's not too bad. Wounding on 3s.
Yep.
Wow, okay, so the rolls are coming out.
So that's 5 dead.
5 wounds at minus 1 rend. No ignore?
No, because the hero's too far away.
Okay.
3, 4, 5.
So it's your activation. Interestingly enough, I think you need to activate the ghouls because you need to try and take out as much of those 5 revs, don't you?
So they're all
These guys can go around there. So with the whole lot, but you know, I think there's probably one guy that can't attack that unit.
2 guys that can't attack the unit.
Good
So
point.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Okay, so the ghouls fighting the unit of 5 tree revs. There's 13 of them, so that's 26 attacks, so 13 to go. 4s to hit. Oh, ooh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Square up. 4s to wounds. That's 3 saves at no rent.
Oh, okay, that's alright. 3 saves at no rend. These are a 5-up save, so here we go. Oh, 2
dead so
far.
Okay.
That's not good news for me.
4s to hit again. That's a much worse hit roll. And 4s to wounds. 3 again.
3 again, looking for that 5-up. Oh, and you've done the unit. Okay. Okay. Well, that's the end of that. Let's go off and complete this combat anyway.
Yes.
Let's at least see if I can take out these guys. Right, so my Huntsmaster, hitting on 2s.
Yep.
Creating 5 hits so far.
He's angry.
And then the standard guy, hitting on 3s.
That's another hit.
Creating another hit, so that goes back in.
Wow.
Wounding on 3s. Okay, not so good on the wound roll. But so 4 wounds.
4d3.
4d3, I forget. That is 6, 7, 8.
Perfectly enough to get.
Wow.
Oh.
So they're gone.
Oh.
But not enough. Maybe, you know, even with piling, I couldn't get a body in there. But with losing that second unit of 5 Revenants, I think it was over for me.
Yeah.
So as you can see, the 5 tree Revenants was just, I mean, they were outnumbered by the 6 guys over here, and the second unit just didn't do enough. And I think it didn't help me that my boss guy just fluffed his rolls, because he was the one that had a real chance of taking some numbers off.
Yeah, he might have been able to get 4 off.
It was a long shot, and as ever with long shots, they rarely work out.
Okay, so
final score 9-7.
9-7. Yeah, Flesh Eaters take it. Good game. It was close. It was close.
Closer than I expected.
Yeah. So these were both kind of, you know, well, Flesh Eaters was an old army for me that I just haven't touched in years. So.
And Sylvaneth is the same.
Again, I mean, these were both our first Sigmar armies, really, weren't
dusting
they?
these armies down, weren't we?
So. If there's any rules mistakes, which I'm sure there were,
I've got a feeling I missed a lot.
Yeah,
and
please
I'm sure
let us
when I go
know.
back, I'll be kicking myself.
Be kind. This is like, you know, our first game in years with this army, so we dragged them out. We are trying to experiment with some more armies now, aren't we? We've got more armies on the way. We've got a massive Seraphon army being painted at the minute.
I think the thing is, at the moment, right now, and for those of you who follow the channel, you know that we're trying a new format with the battle reports, and really this was more about, again, let's just do the format, let's just test it, and see how we go. So we do have half a mind on how we're filming it and what we're doing, and I think that's making it, as ever, you know, a challenge. But, you know, no excuses. We were rusty. There's no doubt some stuff we missed. I'm pretty certain I missed a few trample underfoots along the way and all the rest, but that doesn't really matter. I think the outcome reflects pretty much how the game went anyway.
Yes,
I made a rather tragic error with Alariel in turn 1 or 2.
Getting munched by a dragon.
You know, so there you go.
It's not a good way to go. Well, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, really helps us out. And we have just launched the merchandise store now, so if you want anything, you know, mugs, jumpers, hoodies, tops, click on the links below and we'll send you through. You know, there's always something there for everybody. But anyway, thank you all for watching, so we'll see you again soon.
Bye.